What's up, everybody? This is the poker coaching study session. Today, we're going to be looking at.
A hand that Larry played, and then we'll look at some all hands face up that I played. Larry, we've got you seeing that you are blocked by word fence.
No, Birdfence doesn't like me. Let's see what happens now.
So we'll fix that. But while you're doing that, so Rob asked the question about playing out of position. So assumedly, Rob, this is the situation where you've raised and someone has called you in position, like called you on the button is the most common place, right? Is that what you're
Right,
asking
right.
about?
And a total Nuffle player though.
Right.
And then they and
Gotcha.
then they're not dunking because they're in position, but like
No,
then they
exactly.
raise,
Right.
the flop, which
Right.
they're like 100% flop raise, right?
Right.
Like
100. Okay.
67% VP.
Right. So this is somebody where you've opened, they call, and you're saying no matter what you do on the flop, if you bet, they'll raise. Is that right?
Yeah, well, I'm usually checking into them
Okay, great.
because I'm,
And they will bet in your check all the time. Great. Okay.
in
So
this position. Yeah, what I'm talking
yeah,
about. Yeah.
great. Okay. Here's the situation. So here's the situation. If you know somebody is going to always bet, they're going to bet their full range. That means they've got garbage all the time. So you are now free to check raise them liberally. So
Right,
you check raise all your value. You check
right.
raise all your draws. And this is also draws as bad as three to a flush, three to a straight, and one overcard. So no direct equity except
So
for your own.
no calling, like no
No, you
calling.
can call. You can call. I'm just saying that you're free. So if they are betting their range, you are free to because they will be bluffing so often because
Right, right.
most most of the time. So this is a very good situation for you. It's just a scary, difficult situation, but it's still very profitable. Now
Can I
you can
tell you
have
what I've
deliberate.
been doing in this
Sure,
situation?
sure.
Is like I'll check into them, they'll bet
Mhm,
because I know they're gonna bet. I'll call
right.
them, right?
Mhm,
And then on the turn, because I'm out of position, I'll kind of like knuffle it at like 70, 80% and then get re-raised by I assume like their junk, but then that's where I get lost, is then
No,
on the
that's
turn.
that. Okay. So
And then I'm out
don't
of position.
gotcha.
So
So don't use the term knuffle.
yeah, right,
You're
right.
just you're
Sorry.
betting into them. You're lead betting into them on the turn. And when they raise you, they probably have a pretty strong range. When they call, they're mixed, and when they fold, they were full of shit on the bet.
Right.
The problem with the line that you take, check. So bet. So open raise, they call. Then check, bet, call. Then on the turn, you bet out.
Yeah.
You have no way of knowing what their hand was like until they respond to that, and it's a relatively expensive time. Okay,
Yeah.
so the usual way to deal with that is out of position. This isn't the only way to do it, but if you've got a hand, a marginal hand, like second pair, you would
Right.
check, they bet, you call. On the turn, you check again. If they check back, they've got a lot of nothing.
Okay.
And then you can bet your middle pair for value, or you can check and pick off bluffs if that's what you want to do. Your life is simple, but scary. You're not in control, but you've got a good way to go. You can also, as I said before, if they're betting their whole range, you can check raise them a lot. You can check raise them with all your top pair, all the way down to top pair no kicker if you want. Or you
But
could,
only on the river, you're saying.
no, on the flop, on the flop.
Oh, on the
I'm
flop.
saying,
Okay.
I'm
That's
saying
where
if
I
they're
thought I
check,
might have been messing up, is
right,
not just going after them right on the flop. Because like you said, I was accidentally incorporating Nuffle and I
right.
was out of position, which was
You don't want to
stupid.
do that when you've got
Right.
nothing there. When you've got nothing there, betting out on the turn is really dangerous
Okay.
because they can
Yeah.
call you with all their just they can call you with their best hands because they can always raise you on the river if they want. They can call you with their medium hands and try to just get to showdown, and you don't know where you are. Nuffle
Okay.
is a term. It's a term made up by Brad Owen. Owen, did I get it
Wilson.
right? Wilson.
Wilson,
God
yeah.
damn it, Brad Wilson, and it stands for neutralizing flop leads, and it is only used in the situation where your opponent is a recreational type, a fun player, a fish type, not an
Right.
excellent player, and you were the pre-flop raiser, they were the pre-flop caller, and then they donk bet into you. And it's based on the observation using math data analysis that they don't do this with the top of range. They don't do this with their sets and two pair. They check raise you. Instead, they donk with their middle pair and with some draws and with some top pair shit kicker and with some pure air. That most of the time they don't have the top of their range, and therefore our very, very aggressive knuffle strategy will end up beating them.
Does
Often
that
by
work in three pots too? Like three bet pots, like if they open and then I three bet in position, um, and then they donk into me
yes,
on the
but I
flop.
wouldn't. But I wouldn't use it purely that way, and there's two reasons. One is you will generally not have enough stack depth to play Nuffle in a three bet pot. But also when they bet, so they bet you three bet them in position, so they've opened, and then they call that three bet. They have a much stronger range than
Right.
when you just open and they call you from the big blind. And so their donk there is going to be a lot of pocket pairs, hoping you have ace king, and how fun is it to get those to fold when no ace and no king comes. So I wouldn't rely on it in three bet pots.
What's the
Uh,
stack depth have to be?
Well, it's if their stack depth is 40 or less, then Nuffle has an adjustment for what you
Right,
do.
right. Yeah, no, but
But
their stack depth, though, not necessarily mine.
no, the effective stack doesn't matter whether it's
The
yours or
effective
theirs.
stack.
At
Okay.
40 big blinds and less, when that's all you can play with, there's a Nuffle adjustment.
Okay,
Now,
that makes
right,
sense.
because if you picture it this way, in Nuffle, if they bet on the flop, let's say they bet half pot, then they bet on the turn half pot again. When you with your air, you're supposed to raise them, and you're
Right,
supposed to
but
raise
they're
them their
committed
bet
then,
plus yours.
if they're
Well, no,
sure.
not yet. But that's the thing is there has to be enough money left for you to raise them the size of their bet, the pot plus the size of their bet, and for you then to be able to bet 70% on the river as a bluff, because you need that to get them to fold, because they've got, when they call your bet on the turn, they've got something. You're just
Right.
thinking
So if
that
that's
it's, yeah,
exceeding their stack, then I'm
then
out
then
of
you can't
Nuffle
play it
on the
that way.
river.
Then you're not going to have enough stack depth to do it.
Right. Oh,
And in a
okay.
three bet
Oh,
pot, you
yeah. Thank
probably
you so much for clarifying that.
okay.
That's a really
Cool.
good breakdown.
Excellent. What do you got? What do you got, Larry?
Sure. All right. This is a hand that I screwed up.
Excellent. My first hand, I screwed up.
Um, uh, and it was costly. Guy opens to 10. This, he was an unknown. I think yeah, I don't know who this guy was. I've never seen him before. I three bet,
Right?
pretty standard size, a little bit larger.
Sure.
And we flop an open ender.
Mm-hmm. More than an open ender. We flop an open ender and second pair, both.
Yeah, that's true.
That's more than an open ender.
So I choose to bet small here.
Okay.
Uh,
Did you
Locked up
consider?
equity.
Did you consider the? Did you consider checking back on the simplified poker coaching definition that this is a marginally made hand, and therefore it wants to check and get to river cheap, as opposed to this is a
No,
draw, it needs to bet.
no.
Okay,
think we
I'd say
had,
consider it.
I think we
I would
have
say
range
I would say you
advantage
have to do it.
here,
Yeah, but consider it. It's an option. Okay,
but
so you
that
bet.
probably would have been better here
Yeah, you bet.
because he check raises me to a relatively small size.
Great. You're probably beat. We know what you should do.
So we're not folding.
Nope. Nope. No need to call.
So we call. We get an interesting turn. He bets very small. And then for some reason, which I have yet to sort out, I imploded and decided I want him to call with only better and fold everything worse.
Right. So you raised him
He's done.
to make sure he folds a 10, maybe folds a queen, and obviously calls you with diamonds.
Yeah, for some reason I decided I wanted to filter his range to only cans that beat me.
Excellent,
The
excellent choice.
the only thought here is that maybe he calls with like king nine with the king of diamonds, or ace nine with the ace of diamonds, or ace queen with the singleton ace of diamonds. It's
I
You
the
are
don't
only
even,
showing,
portion of his
you are
range
at,
where we're extracting value. Otherwise, this is a
yes,
bad play.
yes.
I don't
This
even
is,
hate the raise that much, but not to this sizing.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like if your read is he's gonna check raise small, which a lot of people do with that, like ace queen or queen, like weak queens and strong queens and stuff like that, kind of trying to pot control here, then a small size can make sense. But you're in position, so you don't even have to do that. You just get to adjust for the river whenever if he checks to
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, exactly. I have positional advantage here, and I just kind of said I don't care.
yeah, you
The
said,
one
Um,
good thing about this is if he has something like queen king queen with the king of diamonds or queen of diamonds or something, then you get value from that.
I mean,
Then
yeah, I do get some portion of value from his range. I think this is a very poor play, though.
I
I think this
agree,
is,
though. I don't think this
I
is
think this is,
the best route.
I think this is,
yeah.
this is
I,
filtering him in the wrong way, and it's not necessarily a position.
I think your best play here, by the way, is to call, even though it gives a cheap card to a singleton diamond. That's what I
Yeah,
think is your best play here. Okay.
I agree.
Yeah.
And
Which
so,
is
of course,
possible, but he has a small portion of his range. It should be that.
Yeah.
and of course, he's got a royal draw on top of his
Yeah.
nuts.
Yeah.
Mm,
So
yeah.
let's
So
play this out. Let's play this out in the other order. He bets 50, you call. River comes, he jams. You might call
You can
still.
fold. No, you can fold there because they're not
Yeah.
going to do that. Because when you think about it, it's like if he checked the turn, then I would be much more willing. And you
Yeah.
bet he calls and then he jams the river. I'd probably still fold. But I mean, at no point did he tell you he doesn't have a flush.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, you three bet him. You bet the flop. He check raise, continues on the turn, then jams the river. Like absolutely not calling there.
Yeah. So you might get away.
maybe.
Yeah. You might not.
Do you think you would call if he did that? If he went check raise bet jam?
Oh no, no, I don't mean that. No, no. If it plays out this way, he bet right, check, yeah, check raise
That's the
small.
line I'm talking about. Is that he
We
check
call.
raises you small, bets that you
So
call, and then he
We
jams
call this
river.
50. And then on the river he bets 165 more
350.
into 350.
So he's got
345.
to bet. He's betting 165 into 350.
Yeah.
It'd be hard to fold.
Yeah, but it's like how what do you think he's the hands that he turns into a bluff got there, right? Like that eight of diamonds completes a lot, and it completes diamond draws, and then what is something? I mean, King Jack was already there. I just think when he continues again, like what are we? We're at the point where it's like
Yeah,
if he rips it, it's like what were his? He's not doing that with Ace Queen, no diamonds. He's
it's a
not
hero
doing that.
fold, but I think,
Yeah,
but I think that I could probably find it.
yeah. I think you would be able to find it. I mean, if I went through the checklist of like it's a
Mhm.
three bet pot and the draw got there, he continued on it, then jammed. It's like, ah, shit. This is just we're way behind.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
The river comes aboard pair. Maybe he doesn't do the jam. The river
that's
is
a
a
good point.
diamond. The river is a diamond and you go shit and get away from it, thinking, oh God, I let him get there, but it turns out he was already there. Um, the river is the six of clubs, which is what it is, and he jams, which is what I expect him to do. And you say, is he going to do this with a naked ace of diamonds?
Well, I
No,
think
that's
so. I
not.
think the first question would be: is this an underbluffed line, underbluffed or overbluffed? And the answer is clearly underbluffed, right?
Underbluffed. Underbluffed.
Check raise flop, bet bet, turn river,
Yeah.
clearly underbluffed.
Yeah.
And then I would have to say a funeral for my hand.
Yeah.
well, you say that is he doing this with anything worse for value? And then you say, all
And
right, ace queen doesn't do that. So,
I
you know,
beat sets.
yeah, there's a set. Do
So
this.
it gets it, second, I've got second nut straight. It's a tough one. I think I could get away probably.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I
So,
think I probably pay him.
yep.
Depends on the player. But it is, I think the way to look at this is that we can go back to population overbluffed or underbluffed. And generally it's underbluffed.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that hand I brought when that guy did end up bluffing me with like king four or whatever, and I folded. And
Mhm.
the line didn't make sense, but I was like, I don't know. I just relied on population. I was wrong against him. Now in the future, I'll consider making some calls when he has lines that don't make sense. But until they
And,
prove to me that they are capable, I'm not going to be doing bluff catching against under bluff lines by population.
and his
Yeah,
line made total sense, by the way.
Yeah, his
We
line.
it
can
It's not like
did.
his line doesn't make sense. Yeah.
Yeah, we can say a lot of we can name hands that do that, including his. They all make
If he
sense.
checked the turn and you bet, and then the river he like donk jammed or he checked you, you bet and he jammed, I would be like, this is a very weird line.
Yeah.
But it I would still go with population that that's under bluffed, like because he still has his absolute nut hands like ace queen of diamonds that might check turns to try and get you to go after it or something along
Sure.
the lines of that.
Yeah, agreed.
All right. Rodney, if you want to turn on your microphone, this is going to be your hand. And you're going to hate it because I remember this hand. This will not end well for you, Rodney, if you play it like I did.
Okay.
All right, let's see. So a limp to you. You got ace 10 suited on the button. What would you like to do?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and open this.
Okay, what size would you like to go to?
4.5.
I like it. I went to 5.5
Oh, 5.5.
because
Okay.
4.5 is the theory size, but this guy has got a VPIP of 74,
Okay.
and he calls all the raises. So he doesn't fold. So I'm not trying to get a fold with his 5.5. I'm trying to get him to pay 5.5 when I have a hand that is better than 74% of of his hands. So,
Gotcha.
but yeah, 4.5 is theoretically right. And then this happens.
What about going? Oh god,
Oh, wow.
guy, you're gonna cold call?
So this guy cold calls. And with
Hmm.
that, we have position on both of them. What do you want to do?
I guess just call.
Yep. Certainly folding isn't a mistake.
Holding's really good. Look
Calling
at that
seems
guy's
okay,
stats.
and raising seems terrible. Now, this guy is pretty damn tight. We
It
only
is
have
only 20 hands, but
it's only 20 hands, but he's raised once in 20 times. And he's called once. So maybe I just fold, but I didn't. I did what Rodney did. Okay. And it goes check, check to you.
I probably would just check here.
I like it. Let's check here. If we knew more about this guy and we knew that he didn't check range out of position, then we could consider betting with our backdoors,
Let
and
me ask a question though on this position right here. That let's say that villain 11, let's say he folded and then it was just heads up.
two of us.
Would you then possibly bet this
Sure.
with that board? But
Sure.
because it's multi-way, we're just checking.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh wait, no, multi-way, no. If villain 11 folded and I was heads up against this guy and his crap range, I would absolutely bet. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I guess with multi-way, we just check it down here.
I would check it. I would check it back multi-way also. But it's and here with the three bet, even more. All right. Hey, that's nice. Check. Check.
Now I think here with the draw, with the flush draw, I believe we do want to bet here.
Me too. What size?
I would say that probably half pot.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go maybe I think I'm gonna go right around half. Yeah, I go half exactly. Half. And here's the problem with half. He jams. Okay.
Oh,
Now,
So what is he gonna 3-bet with and then jam here?
all right. Here's the range. Start putting him on a range here. Here's my range of him.
Pocket kings, pocket
Yep.
aces.
did he check the flop and the turn?
Yep.
Yep. And well, for him to 3-bet pre-flop, he's not gonna 3-bet. Yeah, I think he's, pocket kings, pocket aces.
Yep.
Most certainly probably pocket kings at this point.
Yeah. Pocket aces is
And I
weird.
doubt that he's gonna do that with pocket eights, pocket nines.
Ace with the ace of hearts. He could do it. That's
Yeah.
it's strange to me, but he could do it. But we think we're beat, right? We don't think this is a bluff. We think we're beat.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
can have bluffs here still.
Yeah.
He can. I think he.
But
This
with that
reminds me
guy
of how
playing
I would
so
play
tight,
a flush draw
Okay.
here.
with
So
the
not
guy
the heart
playing
flush
so
draw,
tight,
the club flush draw.
No,
What about
heart draw.
heart draw?
Heart draw could absolutely be a possibility. I mean, it's kind of
Okay.
unlikely, but
but with this guy playing so tight, do we think that he has an all-in bluff?
that's the other
Any?
problem is whether he.
I don't think so.
I
I
would.
don't think so
Yeah, I would
either. I
say.
think he's a beat here,
Okay.
unless you want to risk,
Yeah.
well,
Like,
let's see, what do we got 13 outs? So what,
Mm,
26% chance of drawing the flush, right?
you also have
And
to
no,
look at that.
no,
We have
no.
20
We got
hands.
one card to come. We got nine club outs at best, all of which are good, right?
9. Yeah,
Except
9. Oh, so
except here are the ones that
18%.
aren't
Yeah, so
good.
we just
The
need to
eight of clubs
fold,
and the
right?
five of clubs against his sets. The 8 and 5 are bad. Just want to point that out.
Yeah.
Okay. But let's give ourselves all 9. That's about 20% to make it on the river. And let's be extra generous and say that our ace is good. Because sometimes our ace is good. Not a lot, but let's say it is. Um, so at most here, we've got 12 outs, which is 24%, 25%. So if our ace is good and all of our clubs are good, we can call here.
Give yourself
Otherwise,
half
we
the
need to
ace
fold.
outs.
Then we're right around 22% and we don't have it.
Yeah, because if we put part of his range being sets, and then part of
Yeah.
his range, if we give part of his range ace X of hearts, then
Yeah.
our ace isn't good because his ace X is going to beat us.
Right. Right. So with that in mind, we need to fold.
Yeah,
Are you going to fold,
I would
Rodney?
fold. Yes, I
Right.
would fold here.
Well, why don't you fold then? That would be really good if you folded. That'd be a great idea. You should fold. All right, let's see what it was. Shock of shocks.
Wow.
Shocking. And we lost. And against the jacks, we do have the odds, right? We need 23%, and I'm
Oh, you're
claiming
there.
24. It's a very thin difference, but that's what I claim. Let's check it. But he's got the jack of clubs. So that's one of our outs. So maybe now we don't have it. Let's get the number exactly and then go on. So Poker Cruncher,
You have 22 with his jack of clubs.
jack of clubs, jack of hearts. Oh, have you done it already? Or you just did it? You just did it
Just
by
the basic math is,
yeah,
I
in your
mean,
head.
it's probably, yeah,
Yeah, that's what I got, but let's see it. 8-5
it's
of hearts.
close to that. Yeah.
8-5 of hearts, king 9 of clubs. 8-5 of hearts, king 9 of clubs. And this is the hand. And we have got 25.
25.
25, and we needed 23. So
3.
this is an unfortunate and correct call.
Yeah.
And just an unfortunate situation. What a strange play with jacks. He feels very good about himself. I don't. All right, good
He
enough.
didn't know
All
if he
right.
was bluffing or not.
No, he didn't. All right. Now, Dan, we have jacks. Let's see if we play. Let's see how they go with us. And up is Brian. You have jacks.
Okay, I'm gonna open them.
Brian's got jacks. Oh, by the way, in the list of his hands that when we gave his hands, I didn't give him jack in range.
I was gonna say that we can't make that much of a conclusion with 20 hands. But,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
can't say he's super tight yet. But
No,
you know,
but he's not super
this he,
loose.
I've sat down and been dealt 20 hands and you've been
Yeah.
not gotten anything
Yep. Yep. Here we go. All right.
close to
So
playable.
raise.
All right, we open
Raise could call
and we
for
have a
this.
V. The guy that's V pipping. Yeah, go
It's
bigger,
that
bigger,
guy.
bigger.
It's this guy. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's got all the
yeah, go bigger.
hands
If he's
squared
calling
up.
everything,
Yeah. Yep, you're right. With him in either blind, I could go bigger.
I mean, with him at the table in
I
general, I
agree.
would probably
All
just
right.
go bigger. All right,
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I agree. He
so he
checks.
checks. So I am. He has 100% of hands here. So I'm actually
Mhm.
going to check here
Okay,
on the ace high board.
good enough.
All right, and
That's a good card.
now what
He
does he
bets.
do?
He
I
bets.
think that this is a can be a stab, plenty. Um, his aggression factor is only 1.3 though, so it's not super high. We have a
Okay.
gutter, and then is he ever? I think we can actually consider folding with an aggression factor like that, but we still have a gut shot, and then we have two outs, and we think that he could possibly be stabbing kind of wide here. So I say we can call one time and evaluate the river.
Right. And I don't love at all hitting my jack. I do not
Yeah,
love
no,
hitting.
that's not great either.
So when you say +2, it's like, yeah, we have
Yeah,
four outs that we feel very confident with. We don't worry about the queen of spades. We are not worried about the queen of spades, about him having a spade draw here.
I
He does. He
wouldn't be that confident that we're not worried about that, but yeah,
Yeah. Well, we're not. We wouldn't
like,
raise on it. If the queen of
yeah.
spades comes and he bets, we're just going to call him. But I'm not worried.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
this happens. And his size is check.
Check. All right. I think now he has misdraws and showdown value. Do we need to turn our hand into a bluff? And do we ever think this type of player is folding? Like the best hand he has here is a weak ace, I
Yeah.
think. So, and is he ever folding a weak ace against this player profile? I would say probably not. So I think taking
Probably not.
showdown is actually okay here,
Yeah. I think
assuming you can try and get a king to fold possibly. Um, I just with these super wide players, like they kind of. I mean, he has calling station tendencies pre-flop. He probably has calling station tendencies post-flop.
hmm
So I am kind of in between. We don't need to make any misdraws fold. The only thing we really want to I would really want to target to fold is a king, and the question is, can we get a king to fold? How much would I bet to get a king to call? I'd probably bet between 10 and 15 to get a king to call. So if I wanted to bluff here, I would go for 25 to 30,
Right.
expecting to get called by an ace
Right.
and
Okay.
hopefully folding a king.
Good. And here's why. And oh, and by the way, do you want to make the bet, or do you want to? If
Um,
you if you decided what your number is, do you want to make the bet?
yeah, I don't. I think that we can make that bet and get. I think we can get a king to fold. I mean, I think when he checks the river, he's gonna have a decent amount of king X, and he's gonna have
Yep.
misdraws. So I think we can go for it here. I think.
Okay.
Question is, we don't have showdown value against the stuff he stabs with. So I think we either have to do it. I don't think we expect to win without bluffing here,
Okay.
unless actually except for his misdraws. But
Gotcha.
Villain
So
11 goes all
here,
in.
right. So here's where so your analysis is perfect because you're the best player in the world. That's exactly how you can play. Okay. So I completely agree with you. And here's why I think that why I would choose not to make the 25 bet. You got to bet 25 to win 16 to win 17, right?
mhm,
And it was already determined that he doesn't fold any of his aces.
yeah,
Whereas I can win. It's not like if I check behind, I always lose. I win
true.
against all of his air, and I get no money from his air. So the 25, so I throw 25 out, only for the king part of his range. And do I think the king part of his range is more or less than the ace part of his range? And it's actually the king and 10 part of his range because he can bet some tens there. He can bet some tens. So with that in mind, I'm going to check behind. I want to check behind and lose to an ace and be
I'm
willing
slightly
to-
agreeing too because of his sizing on the turn now. I think that
Now,
that's
if
going to weigh more towards an
yep,
ace.
right. Now, if you had said to me, what size would I get a king to call? I have to bet 8 to get a king to call. So what size am I going to get a king to fold? 12. I would say go for it because your ratio of what you win to what you risk, which is the thing that Hungry Horse doesn't talk about explicitly very often, which
Hmm.
is which is the cost of doing this. And in this
Yeah.
case, if you have to go to 25, that costs too much for the 17 for the amount of his range you're targeting, in my opinion. And it is
True. 3. Nice.
good. We didn't have to. There you go.
He would have called you.
He would have called me. Would have called my 25. 3 deuce in the small blind. In the small fucking blind.
And
And
just a stab.
a stab. So we ain't folding the stabs. Let's make sure, if we followed this guy like that. All right, so that's Larry. After Larry, sorry, up next is Larry.
All right.
All right, here we go. Ace deuce on the button.
We get to play this, but it's a little bit marginal.
Yep. If this guy were in, if this guy were in the blind, I think I wouldn't play it. Because I know I'm getting called. And I think for ace deuce to be profitable, even though he's got any 2 cards, I think maybe ace deuce has to get some folds. But he's out of the hand already, so. Oh, we don't play it. And that's the question. Should we? That's why this one was marked. Should we play ace deuce here? And then you're going to get the next hand.
All right.
No, we don't want to play ace deuce here. Let's see. What a great party. If we'd raised the ace deuce and he's a good player, he would have folded his ace 7. So like that.
What the hell just happened?
But look at the king. Let's see how they played it. So he raises the king 9 defense. Perfectly fine. He bets 2. And the king says, nobody with an ace bets 2. I raise. Then then the call comes. He goes, uh-oh, you have an ace. I screwed up. Well, now I got a king just in case. Check. Why are you value betting a king here? You're not bluffing it. You're not bluffing an ace anymore. And you're fucked. And there you go. That was his turn, not willing to go check. All right, Larry, here's your real hand. All right, king, queen. With our 75 here. So what would you like to do with king, queen?
I would like to open it to 2.5 big blinds.
Would you like to open it to 3.5 big blinds instead? Or 4?
Mm,
Against
Tends
this
to
guy
be
now?
75.
Yeah.
I don't think this hand, not this particular hand, no.
Okay, I do.
You just don't
I
like
don't know if I
king
figured it
queen.
out. But now that I'm awake with it,
King, queen
I
off.
absolutely, I want to go 3.5. Let's see if I do. No, I don't. Okay. My excuse will be I was playing two tables. That'll be my excuse. I don't know if that it's true. All right. And there we go. 3-way. Great.
Interesting hand. Is it checked
And
us?
Yep, checks to you.
We have 2 backdoor draws with our second pair
Mhm.
against 2 players. It's going to, we can mix here. I think I generally like check here against 2 players.
I do too, but I will point out one thing. There are worse hands that can call you. You're not just cleaning up equity. You can get called by King Jack and King 10.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
7 by this guy.
I don't know if
That's-
these guys have a lot of check raises in their
Yeah.
arsenal, but check raise here with the queen of clubs is kind of a nightmare.
Yeah, that'd be terrible. So yeah, let's check. I'm with you on the
So
check.
that's the way I'm thinking about it.
I like it. Okay. And let's see, maybe it goes check, check. And then and then by the way, if villain 13 stabbed, we're calling. All right. So
This
there's
guy
the
now
bet.
bets into 2 people large.
Yep. Let's see what villain 13 does. And villain 13 calls.
All right, this is we make a fold here.
Yeah, we just listened to Joey. Now we hate the fact that it's villain 13 who called. We hate
It's
basing it
true.
on his call. But I think we still, with second pair, we fold.
He used a very large size into two people,
He did.
and he gets a call. Yeah, we just fold. And we get bluffed.
We get bluffed, and we would have split the pot with his king queen.
Yeah, that's a pretty aggressive.
Pretty
That's a
aggressive
pretty
play.
aggressive bluff there. Nah, I don't. I think, yeah. I mean, the other answer here is we can do a small bet on flop,
Yep.
and then
Get
since we
called
have
in two
positional
places.
advantage here, we can choose to check back turn when we get called.
Right. So here's how that goes. Check, check, 2.5, call with the gut shot and the club, call with the king, but not the ace. So that's what happens. Then the turn comes, deuce. Check, check. We now check behind. River comes. The 7. Does he turn his queen of club, his jack of clubs into a bluff? Into two players?
Maybe not as often
Maybe not as often. Sometimes. This guy bet his king?
with the
No.
completed
We bet?
equity.
No. And we chop the pot. We chop up his money. Yep. So in this exact case, it goes better. I don't hate it. If this guy bet, by the way, the 5 and this guy folded, I think we got to be doing some calling with our king.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
But against
But
two people.
once this guy calls, yep. All right. Rein, suffer through this.
Yeah, it's gonna be a bad one.
It's going to be a bad one, I think. It's against our. Is it against our same friend? We don't know.
I mean, he has a
Might-
VPIP of 100, right? So,
Right, but he's only got 2 hands, so this could have been the beginning of the session against him. We could be going backwards
oh,
for all.
they're not in chronological order.
We are
They're not-
going backwards.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
Anyway, so we're on the button, so like 4.5 big
Love it.
blinds,
Good. Ah,
and we
Ah.
get massive raise.
it's that guy. It is the same guy. Clearly, clearly, it's the same guy.
Right.
Right.
But I mean, ace queen off.
I know.
I mean, you're clearly gonna call, otherwise this hand wouldn't be in here.
Nope. Don't know.
No.
Remember, we got that other one against Larry that I folded pre-flop.
Right.
So what do you want to do?
I mean, so I would definitely be tempted to call, but I could see folding being viable as well.
Yeah.
And maybe even the better play.
Yeah. I generally want to fold the offsuit in multi-way hands. The reason to push towards it is this guy doesn't have to have strong range to call this. We know this now. We didn't know it then, but we know this
Right.
now.
Yeah.
And we have the button. We have position against this guy, and that matters. But I think a
Hmm.
fold is still better. But we call.
Yeah.
All right. Check. Bet.
Um.
This is
Uh.
terrible because we're not closing the
Right.
action.
Yeah. Like it's a super tiny bet though.
I know. I know. This is
So like you probably just put like you probably call and hope the other guy doesn't raise. But
boy, that's a lot of hoping for 6.5 big blinds. That's the problem. This is just miserable now because if you call, you're pretty damn capped to him. This guy's only got 24. Who knows? I do. Yuck.
yeah.
How much does this guy
Well,
punish us? He doesn't. All right. There we go.
It's horrible.
That
Yeah.
jams.
And yeah, I think you just get out of there.
Yeah, we just fold, right? We fold. This guy raises the last of it, but that raise is the same as a call, and it is king queen. We had the ace queen, and there's your full house. So king queen. And now we hate this guy so much. All right, here we go. That he would do that. He saw it coming. Okay, here we go. Up next is Rob.
Yep.
All right, Rob, let's see what you got. Ace Jack suited. What would you like to do?
Yeah. Let's do a 2-5. We'll raise it up.
Let's do that. We get 3-bet.
I can't see his any numbers on him.
His
His, uh,
stats are he's got a 37 VPIP, 33 PFR, and his 3-bet, he's 3-bet 5 times out of 23 opportunities to 3-bet.
oh,
So he's got quite
I
an
might.
active
I'm
system.
gonna call. I'm gonna call him.
All right, let's do that. There we go. How about flopping the nuts? Would you like to flop the nuts?
Sure. Yeah.
Let's
I'm
flop
gonna
the
check this.
Okay, we check. He bets medium. What do you want to do?
Maybe like a little tiny raise. I hate to call it. It's 12. Like a 13, 14 big blind raise.
Okay, so let me tell you one thing about this hand class, and before we look at our sizes here, the good thing about this hand class, aside from the fact that we've just flopped the nuts with it, is we
Right.
unblock all of his having a king, a
Right.
ten, or a queen. Now
Right.
we block the hands that we do block is his ace king. The hand that we completely unblock is his king queen. That's
Right.
great.
Right.
And so ace king and he still has plenty of ace king here.
Yeah.
So if we raise, he's got a lot of hands that can call us. A lot.
I mean, I'm not saying 13, 14, like thinking he's not going to call it. So
Right.
if I'm wrong,
Yeah.
but I think he's got a range where he's going to call it.
Yeah, I think
Only because of his 3-bet stats. Like I know he's
Yeah.
crazy, but
Yeah. Not necessarily crazy, but I'm just saying the good thing is he's got a lot of his range that can call our raise, and that's good.
right.
Now, how big a raise is the main part of his hands that are calling us are all the set. He has king king in his range. He has queen queen in his range. They're calling huge bets.
Yeah.
Okay. He's got ace king. Ace king is calling a decent size. He's got king queen, which is calling a huge bet. He's got king jack, which is calling a huge bet.
Right.
Do you still want to bet small?
Oh no. Well, 13, like I didn't think that was that small.
It's small.
What are you thinking here?
So let me
20.
give you
Oh,
sizes that are
really?
big
Oh,
too.
like okay.
So
All right.
here's a big size. You raise it to 6, 25, 31. You raise to 31. That's a big size. A medium size is you raise to about 20.
So medium size is pot. Okay.
Well, it's not, because remember, it's the size of the pot. For you to do a pot size raise would be to call his 6, which puts in 12 more,
26.
31, and
Oh,
then
this
raise
is
the size of the new pot.
okay.
That's a pot size raise.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. So with those numbers in mind, what size would you like to raise to? And you can still say
I'm
what you
still
said before.
I'm still gonna say under pot, like
All right.
80%.
80% of
I
this pot there. Okay. I go 20,
okay. Yeah.
and he just folds. So
Yeah. Huh.
let's see what he had. Just nonsense.
Yeah. So
Right.
even my gut, which was like 14, he would have
He's
just
folding.
folded to that too.
Yeah, sure.
So it
Well,
didn't
here's the
matter.
gutter.
He has a gutter. There's a number small enough that you could do it. But remember, when he hits his gutter, you chop with this. You chop with him.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got 3 outs to his gutter. It's not that much, but I mean, it's not like, oh, and we want him to hit his gutter. So there you go. All right, that's all that happened. But that's the thing. Just with that, with when deciding your size, it seems like your thought process was, I have the best hand possible. I don't want him to fold. You know, I want to get some more money from him, but I want to make it very easy for him to call, right?
Right, but I also want to get as close to. Well, I was rating pot size as 20, so my
Right.
math was wrong right off the
Yeah.
bat.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Right.
Um, but yeah, if 20 was the pot, I wanted to be
Right.
a little bit under that. I didn't want to scare him away, but I
Yeah.
want to. Yeah, yeah. He had too much. Yeah, well, yeah,
So I'm just
yeah,
so the only thing I'm asking you to do slightly differently on this one is when you go, huh, I got this hand, is now think about, so what if his range is calling, so what if his range is folding to everything? Pocket nines, pocket eights, pocket sevens, all of which some people three bet. They're folding instantly, right?
right.
So it doesn't matter what size. The rest of and everything that's and every weird 6-7 suited kind of thing that isn't clubs is folding.
Yeah,
But of the hands that he has the most of, which are broadways,
right. Which is
look
where,
at
yeah,
those. They're going to call more than that 14. So let's make them call more than 14.
okay,
Just
Yeah,
to go,
queen
oh,
10,
there it
jack
goes.
10.
Yeah, they're all
right,
Broadways, and they should be
okay.
in the three bet range. They should be a lot of the best Broadways, but even the worst Broadways, even 10
So it sounds
Jack,
like I was putting his range on a strong hand, but not as strong of a hand as I should have.
I think so.
Okay,
And
makes sense.
we'd include ace two, but ace deuce is the same as all the other nonsense bluffs, so it doesn't matter.
Of course, yeah.
All right, Mike, are you here?
Yeah.
All right, Mike gets a hand.
That dude, I don't know how much you've been playing on Ignition lately, but that is the typical MDA bot reg that you see. They're 9x three betting with the super aggressive numbers. These guys are just all over the place. You could have check called him. He would have three barreled the whole way.
Well, that would be good to know. I could have done that. Okay, maybe I'll get the guy next time. All right.
Well, you'll have they're all over the place.
Okay. Good to know. There's a raise. Ace queen suit. Ace queen off.
Fold it around to you. I'm just calling here.
Okay. Let's call. Let's
And
flop
check.
top pairs. Sorry, Brian. All right. What do you want to do?
I would check. I don't know
All
if you
right. We'll
heard me.
check. He bets tiny.
Um, that. I'm just going to call here. We would be raising a decent amount with a lot of other hands too, but again, this looks like the same player actually. Um, and I'm just going to let him sort of blast off.
Great. I believe if I remember this hand, I call here. I hope this is the hand where I call so that you can suffer through the same thing I suffered through. No, that was a live hand. That was a live hand. I'm remembering the wrong one. Okay, here we go. So I did do the raise.
Yeah.
I did the raise and he got called. I'm perfectly
Okay.
fine with the call.
Good. Yeah. No, that's fantastic that he calls you.
Yeah.
'Cause you would
Right.
be getting a lot of folds here.
Right. So
Um,
so now is a good is a good time to ask what do we think his range is?
hmm Yeah, his range is going to be some queen X and a lot of under pairs.
hmm But it's also can be king, king, and ace, ace, right? That do this
It
that
can
aren't
be
very
king, king, and
common.
ace ace. Yes, it can. Absolutely.
Right. Right. So let's not eliminate them. They could play exactly this way.
hmm
All right, here we go. Jack. That's one of his queens is the jack. All right. What do you want to do?
Oh boy. I could almost be on board with checking now again, or checking now that we've check raised and he calls. But I still want to, you're just not going to get any value from a lot of the hands that you think you were going to get value from before.
hmm
Uh, I would consider checking, and if I
Okay.
bet, I'm gonna bet like, shoot. No, I don't even want to bet small. I just want to check.
Okay. And the one thing about this jack, you said under pairs. The jack is one of the under pair candidates, right?
It is, but there's
It is.
several more.
Right. So I decided that he has king queen.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. You can if you
I
narrow
did.
his range that narrow,
Yeah.
I
Well, I
think
decided to try to
we're
get value
missing.
from king queen, and let's see what it is. Nonsense. Yep. There's the under pair. One call. We weren't going to get any more money unless he hit a six, based on any size, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Even if you went like $4, like 20%, he probably just folds his sixes because they're still good players. They're just super aggressive.
Right. All right, there we go. That was Mike. All right, let's see. Do we have anybody new? If not, we're back on Rodney. Is there anyone here who I missed? Let's just go down on the list here. All right, quick.
What about his stats makes you say that they're like NBA bots?
Rodney.
Well, he's 30, what is it, 30, 23 or 27?
Yeah,
His
30,
three bets,
27 with a 3-bet of
24%,
20.
aggression factor of 4. I mean, there's just a lot of, and they're pretty common, Brian. Like these guys
Okay.
are pretty common. So, and they always do the 9x 3-bet. Like they don't do the kind of typical, 3 times you're open. It's a
You mean
pot
9x?
size.
The nine,
Well,
the nine
it's a
dollars.
9 big blinds.
Okay. I thought you
Yeah,
were saying
on the
they do
previous
the
hand. This
9x.
it
That's
was this guy.
crazy.
No, it's a
Yeah,
pot
that
size 3-bet. Like if Hero had opened to 3, he would have 3-bet you to 10.50.
right.
It's just
Okay.
they're easy. They're kind of like these
It's the same guy.
characteristics that
Yeah.
it's easy to identify.
Yep. He's villain
Okay.
20. Same guy.
Because at first I hated that you wanted the slow play because a lot of the time you just want to pile in money with strong hands a lot against most players. But if there's a specific read like that, then I definitely like the slow play there.
All right, here we go. Rodney, you got ace 3 offsuit on the button, and it is folded to you.
Yeah, we'll open this 2.5.
All right, there we go. And we got to defend from a guy who's playing a lot of hands. We have only 20 hands on him, but he's up at 42. So, so that's a lot. It's he's not super wide, but you got to do a little work to get to 42. 42 is not so far out. It could have just been the hands that did it to him. All right, there you go. You totally whiffed. He checks.
I would bet here small.
Okay, that's
Well,
fair.
actually, you know what? Yeah, I think I would still bet here small, probably 2.5.
Right. All right. So, the Hungry Horse exploitative bet here is 2.5, which is fine. And let's just do a quick GTO look at this one with the King Jack 7. I wouldn't be surprised if we get to bet range on this board about 1.7. I would not be surprised if this isn't a bet range board. Let's see. Right. Peak. We are hijack. I'm sorry, no, we're button. Button versus big blind, king 7 of diamonds, jack of clubs. Okay, there we go, peak. Thank you. All right. Cash 100. And one other adjustment with a rake. Save. Button. Do we have ace 3 offsuit in peak? I hope we do. I can't see. You guys are blocking
Yeah.
it. So we go to 2.5. He calls with whatever he called with. Flop is king 7 of diamonds, jack of clubs. Jack of clubs. He checks range. And we do not bet range, but we have a lot of betting across our range. And the ace 3 can absolutely do it. Let's see what the suits. It really helps to have a diamond. We do not have a diamond. We have heart, spade, ace of heart, 3 of spades. And yep, it's not a mistake. It's not even a tremendous minority.
It loves
Interestingly
to
enough,
take showdown
yeah,
with their wide range.
yeah. So we do a lot of checking back, but interestingly enough, when we bet, the most common bet size, big.
Yeah.
That surprises me. But the 1.4, the size you wanted to do is totally in there. Let's see what I do. I go with medium big. I go the one that is done the least, 3.3. But it can't be a mistake. We get raised, we fold.
Yeah, fold.
Right. Yep. And what did this guy raise us with? How about top 2? All right. Well done, you, sir, with your top 2. Well done, Rodney, losing one big blind less than me, or 1.5 big blinds less than me. All right. After Rodney is Brian.
I'm here.
You get Jack King after a limp.
You already know.
Yep. What size though?
Probably 4.5.
6.
It
You're out.
depends.
You're
I
out of
can't
position.
see. Oh, I'm in the sunlight. I'm trying to look at it.
Oh, sorry. You're in the small blind. The limper is from the hijack, and you're in the small blind.
Okay. Yeah, we want to go bigger than. I'm just trying to look at
Yeah.
stats too.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go 6.
Yeah. All right. Here we go.
With me.
5.8. Close enough. And
5.8.
then we get this weird call and the fold. So now we're out of
All right.
position. It's the weird one. And let's see what we get.
Wish we were deeper.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna check.
All right. We check. He bets 4.
Um, backdoor straight, backdoor flush. Um, what is it? Aggression factor is 0.3. Yeah, I'm folding. Never mind.
Okay. All right.
Mm,
I can
I'm
see
check raising.
myself. I can see myself calling to a 1/3 size, and I can see myself raising.
Mm-hmm.
I can
Yeah,
do both.
raising's not terrible. It's just I don't
Yeah.
like that 0.3. We only have 18 hands actually.
Yeah. I don't like that 0.3 either, but
I don't
uh,
love 0.3,
yeah.
but yeah,
It's
But
18
I'm
hands.
still, I'm still
it's
raising.
true. I didn't see the 18 hands. It's more reasonable. I was gonna float. I didn't consider check raising, shockingly.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Oh yeah.
I don't know why I didn't consider it. Normally, that's the first thing that goes through my brain.
Oh,
Um,
we did it.
yeah, check raise. I don't hate a check raise. I should have thought about that. But we check raise, and what does he do? He calls.
Oh,
All
he
right, what
calls
is
it.
his range?
Oh,
He
I'm not
has
showing
flush
you.
draws, single
Yeah.
pair. He can have shouldn't really have a ton of overpairs, right? You have got a lot of single pair. I think we kind of reduced his range to a lot of top pair or big draws when we do this.
Jack, Jack.
So
You can have Jack, Jack, right?
some
Jack, Jack,
Jack, yeah.
Jack, Jack, Queen, Queen. I don't think he's got King, King, Ace, Ace, but Jack, Jack, Queen, Queen, Ace 10,
All right,
easy. 10, Jack. Can't have 10 Jack of Spades. Yeah. All right, here we go.
all right. I'll get a queen. So all
Yes.
right, I don't hate this at all. We have there's 40. We might just have to jam. Um, we don't really have a way to maneuver this with our stack depth.
Mm-hmm.
If we're gonna, so we either have to realize or we need to make them fold, and it's gonna be hard to make him fold without jamming. I think by the river.
Right, because 2 streets, right, because if we divide our money into 2 streets, we keep him in.
Yeah, I think we kind of just have to jam here. We either give up or jam. We either try to realize or jam.
And what I did was this. I decided, let's
I
leave enough. Now
yeah,
let's have enough money behind. Let's do it this way.
I'm not. I don't hate that.
Yeah. But at least I thought
So what
ahead.
does this leave us? This goes.
Putts.
This
It's like
leaves us. Okay. Do we think we can get 10x? 10x can fold there.
Mhm.
Got flush draws. They're snapping it off. All right. This isn't terrible. I kind of still like either jam. I guess you could have considered a small bet like this or check. I think those are the 3 options here.
Yep.
All right. What does he do?
Right. Now if he jams on us, do we call?
What odds are we getting if he
Well,
jams?
he doesn't
Um,
even
I
jam,
don't
so
think so. I think if he jammed, I think you'd have to
I think we
fold, but
fold.
I'm not sure.
yeah.
We
All right.
need
Let's get there.
16%. Or we would have
Let's
16.
let's get there. Let's get there in the most entertaining way. Let's get a king. Let's not
King.
get greedy. Let's get a king. Okay, or a deuce. Let's get a deuce. So
All right,
we're
so you check raised him on the flop and went small on the turn. You left enough of his range wide that I don't think we need to go for the massive split here. And I don't think we're gonna get
you think just try to get flush draws to fold?
we can how much do we need to bet to get 10x and flush draws to fold? Because when you check raise him,
50.
that
50
reduces
for
his range.
50 for 10x and $3 for the flush draws.
So you were thinking probably that I see what Larry's saying, but I
I don't
don't
see
think
what's
we have to use the jam here. because of the size we used on the turn that keeps him wider. So I would say that we could, yeah, just 50, 40, 40 or 50. Jamming isn't terrible either. I just think that we're going to get called by the same things when we go to 60 and when we go to 50.
All right.
I think we can save that extra 10 big blinds and go like
Alright.
50 here if we want, or rip it. That works too.
I just go the Larry way.
I
You
think
probably
that's
just run
fine.
the top of range here and pocket tens or something.
I no way top of range.
Sixes.
Way top of range. A
Well,
set.
we would have lost our money in a different order.
He would have lost less money. Your way. He probably
If
raises
I
your
folded,
way, he raises, we fold. Or he doesn't raise us, and I mean he does raise us, but if he doesn't raise us for some crazy reason, we lose that bet. So there's that. All right.
oh, if we like, yeah, yeah, that's
You're not living a
unfortunate.
full life unless you bluff into the nuts on occasion. Well, that is what we did.
Oh,
Okay, why do you think this was oh, so Larry, you asked, isn't this the worst check raise spot?
I was
I hate
Yeah.
this.
saying
I
I
don't.
thought it was a good check raise spot.
I
Oh,
think it
good.
is.
Okay. Did it.
We only have 18 hands, but does that tell us enough that point 0.3 is a very low aggression factor with a VPIP of 39 and raise of 33? Like he's played a decent amount of hands in 18 hands, and his aggression factor is 0.3.
Yeah. Yep. Let's see. We have no deep.
And that
Okay.
puts him at he's played at least 7 hands,
He's
and
raised he's raised six he's raised 6 times. And of those six, he has not c bet very much afterwards. He's 3-bet twice, and he has not been c betting after it a lot. He's
that
been
was the
checking a lot of a lot of flops.
that was the only reason I looked up folding was original. I would check raise there a lot against most
Right.
opponents, but when they are very inaggressive and don't stab, and that you can find a lot less raises that kind of raise plus.
All right.
But
There you go.
either way, I'm
Brian
fine with
gets
either line.
Brian gets a gold star for folding on the flop. All right,
Well,
Larry.
10 less big blinds. That's it. That's all I have to say.
No, because no, not 10 less. You folded. You didn't check raise the flop.
Well, yeah.
You did some check calling and some folding.
Yeah, that's what I would do, but I also didn't disagree that the check raise like fully. I'm devil's advocate
Yeah.
here. I didn't
Yeah.
hate the check raise, but
Yep.
kind of didn't mind folding with a 0.3 aggression factor.
Yep. And the thing that is most important to me is that when this queen comes, that we are that is what we were there for, was backdoor equity. So
Yeah.
we don't give up on it. And I just did my sizing based on the fact that I wanted to have enough for the bluff on the river if I needed it.
I still don't like that.
I'm surprised he didn't raise us here to
I
this
think if you're
size.
gonna do this 12, you're using the small size on the river, not the big size, you know?
Okay.
Because you're I feel like you're kind of giving up on the all-in big jam when you go with this little tiny size on the turn because you're still trying to keep them wide then here and then when they
Yeah.
get to the river because you go what you check raise and then you down bet then you jam that to me looks suspicious as hell. But if he's a thinking player, he might be able to see through that. But still, yeah, I mean, it's just odd. I don't know. I don't like
Yep.
0.3.
Yep. Um, so one of the ways of doing it would be to lose the money in a different order was be to jam the turn.
Yeah, I mean, I still would have if I
That's
played
another
it this
way.
way. I probably would have just ripped it on the turn and I would have lost.
Yep, that's another way to lose the money. Okay. Larry, King Queen suited.
All right. We get an open from cutoff. I think we get to 3-bet this.
All right, yeah, we do. Let's see. Now let's just take a look at what the GTO is off the cutoff with this size. But I'm sure it has some. I just wonder if it has all of them. And at the time, I probably didn't know. Okay, here we go. So against the 2.3 size, hello, wizard. Thank you. Okay, this is against the cutoff at the 2.3 size, the big blind, king, queen suited. Yeah, mostly 3-bets, some calls. All right, we chose the call this time. And I like the 3-bet better than the call anyway. But we didn't do it. Okay. So we call this time. What would you like to do?
You shall check.
We shall check. He checks behind.
Good check.
All right.
I think we do get to construct a street bluff here.
Hell yeah. We have hearts even. We don't even need hearts and we've got them. Let's go.
We can use any size. I mean, small bet probably is better because I like, small bet like 2 or 3.
Okay. That's fine. And then the reason to do a bigger bet is that we get more money in since we're going to try to bluff the river. And we get more money in when the heart comes and we get there. And sometimes he folds hands the better. So, but I do the small bet, same as you. There's goes the 3. We expected the call. The most entertaining thing would be to not hit the river.
And we get to bluff this 8. So he does have, I mean, he might be calling us with just like ace X, but here I think we like a B150, like a 15.
Right. And then after this, we're going to go back and look at Brian's line because Brian has a really interesting line here. So you want to go like 16, 17 here, right?
15, 16.
All right. How about 16?
Yeah.
How about fold?
Sad face.
Yeah.
What does he have here? This is interesting. Have an 8X.
No.
Bluff by the bluffer. That is a very, very interesting life
That
choice.
is an interesting play. That is an interesting play. And the only way for us to beat it is to
Rebluff.
is to rebluff because we can't call it and win. If we call
No,
this,
we always fold. What do we have any stats in this guy?
no, the stats went away.
I'm curious what kind of player does this play.
Was this fast fold?
I don't know. No, it wasn't fast fold. I'm playing fast fold. Something happened to the HUD.
That's all right. Don't worry about it. It's just a very interesting life choice.
It really is.
I'd like to see if we get to like really
Pretty
start
rare.
hammering the turn when he checks back.
Okay, we'll take a look at We're going to take a look at this and solve. But now, having gone through this, let's look at Brian's play. Brian's play is check, check on the turn. Check again. If he checks back, we go to the river for free. If we don't get there, we bet 2x pot. If we get there, we bet smaller and get called with the nuts. And does this guy try to bluff us off when the 8 comes and we go 2x pot?
I like it because you get to check raise and generate more fold equity too.
Right. And
Like
when he
you get
bets
that.
right. When he bets the turn and we check raise, he probably does fold there. He probably doesn't play this game. He's got a gut shot and 2 over, so he might not. But then when we bet the river, he's probably not feeling so good about getting us to fold.
I just feel like I do too much when it checks somebody in position to me checks the flop where I come out and bet too much and I let them, like, even though I'm using bigger sizes and I'm telling them twice when I do that, I'm not generating as much fold equity as when I go for check raises and then continue on rivers, because that's where I get way more fold equity than when I just go bet.
Yeah. So that's
Like
nice.
especially here on this card, if you go bet, a 7's probably not folding when the 8 pairs.
Yeah. Right. But what does he see in my hand that I don't bet 15 on an 8?
I mean, the answer is that I think it's that there's a lot of busted draws, and a repeat 8 reduces your frequency of 8s.
Okay.
It might also just be
There's only
saying you're
one
not checking
combo
top
of
pair on
there's
the
only
flop.
one combo of 8s left, I
Of
think.
course I'm checking top pair. I'm out of position. I'm checking for
You might
delivery
say
over.
you're not raising with an 8, flopping an 8, not betting it on the flop, and then coming out on the turn river.
Okay,
What?
let's give me so I have 8, 7 or 8, 9. I have both those hands, right?
Yeah.
I call, check. I absolutely check out of position here. I
Oh, I'm
check.
not saying that you wouldn't. I'm
I
saying
know.
that that could be
You
his
might
thought
not, right? I'm saying
process.
I check. He checks behind. I now bet the turn with my 7-8, my 8-9,
Yeah,
both of them. Yeah, I
yeah,
bet. Then my 8 pairs, I bet. Yep.
yeah.
But I don't have
I
it.
think
The
this is
river.
more spaz from him, and
Yeah,
that like
good for him though.
it's more of a spaz than it is a. I'm thinking a lot about this.
Right. And note the size of his spaz play.
Yeah, he
It's
clicks it.
exactly a click.
So this is
She's actually good since you're polarizing your bet there. That
Yeah.
you're when you bluff into a polarized range, you don't want to just be going huge because they're still going to have some nuts there.
my
Yeah.
only answer is that he just sees a lot of busted draws and
He does.
a river at 8, I think means there's less 8x. That's the only
Yeah,
thing I can think of.
All right. So cutoff raises. Let's go
I mean there are
here.
enough players that
Maybe
just
put him in
don't
hijack
always
so you
bet.
have more flats with king queen.
Well, hold on. Let's see what we have. Let's see what we have in peak. King queen suited. Yeah, we got nothing. Okay. Hijack. Ace 10, king queen suited. All right, there we go. We call. The flop is the 8 of diamonds, 6 of hearts, 3 of clubs. There we go. We check range. He, with his ace 10, checks behind. Because this is better for our range than his, or whatever
That's a
reason.
good flop for our range.
Checks behind. Turn is the 7 of hearts. And we bet a bunch.
Yeah, this is just a really good flop for us.
Our king queen of hearts loves to continue the check.
What about
Surprising.
king jack of hearts?
Right. Our king jack of hearts loves to bet.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the only answer would be it's blocking auto folds, but so is
Yeah.
king jack.
Yeah. And our king queen with a heart loves to bet. So we bet. And when we bet, the size, the 3.3 is, it likes the 1.4 here.
Well, that's a small bet for it.
Yeah. It likes the 1.4 here across range. And it really likes the 1.4 more than the 3.3. Doesn't hate the 3.3. With the king jack version of it, it loves the 3.3. So king jack having the advantage that it gets king queen to fold. King queen doesn't get any other king or queen that's worse to fold, or that's better to fold. King queen gets ace queen to fold, maybe
It
ace
must
king.
think that king queen's got a little bit more showdown than king jack.
Yeah, it does. Yep.
Hmm.
But we bet it.
What's
We bet it. The river is the stupid deuce of is the repeat 8 of clubs. He calls. He has the 8 of clubs. Shall we continue the bluff? No.
I don't think it likes blocking auto folds.
Yeah, do not continue the bluff. King Jack, do not continue the bluff. King Jack, does not continue the bluff. King 10, bluff. Blocking 9-10.
Yeah.
Queen 10, bluff. Losing to King Jack and blocking 9-10. King 9, sometimes does it. Queen 9 often does it. All right.
Well,
Jack.
take the overbet, take 18 here and see what he's supposed to hero with in theory.
Okay, so I go 18. Proudly.
He's a big part of our
Thankfully,
range.
viciously. He's got a little. He does some. He does some
Heroing
heroing
with ace
10,
10.
and he has his raises are nuts, nuts. 7-6 blocking all the full houses. 6-6 nuts, and then ace 7, ace 6 are bluffs. I think
Blocking sets.
blocking sets, blocking houses. All right, ace 3 is a super bluff, but it's a really not often thing. So he just doesn't have these bluffs, and he found them. So the one thing we can say is he wasn't using a solver at the time. And neither was I. All right. That was Larry's.
Interesting hand. Interesting life choice.
All right. Yeah, I know. Boy, I am happy. Rein,
It's
Jack Queen suited on the button.
on the button.
Bye, Rob.
So do you want to isolate?
It's an
I
option.
mean, I probably call, see a flop.
Yep. I do not hate an ISO here. I do not hate a call. Um, I do not hate a fold. You like, and Mike says he likes a call because of the fishy hijack. All right. So let's do that. There we go. We got position and we got to see the flop. He bets, he calls.
Yeah.
We're just
Do we fold?
Yeah, absolutely. In a 3-bet pot, we're not in here for backdoors. We just fold. We just fold against ace 10 and what? What? This is how fishy you have to be to get these stats. Check. Now he goes for it. He succeeded in getting what he wants. Call. Check again. And then he fires once.
I didn't any checks.
Wow. All right. Rob is gone. Mike.
Okie dokie. Crazy daisy.
Crazy daisy.
And is this chronological or are we going backwards? Like we
I think we're going backwards.
Yeah, probably. All right. So, and did he check? He
He
checked.
checked. He checked.
Whew. So we do have 39 hands on this guy. Wow, this is close to betting small and
Mhm.
checking.
Yeah, I think both are really good. I bet the solver does both.
Yeah. And so if we want to like think about it like exploiting this player, I
Mhm.
think we just go ahead and bet here.
Because he calls too wide.
Yeah, and he's not going to raise us, at enough of a clip that it's going to worry us.
He checks. And with our queen, we mix. We do a lot of betting, and we like to bet more without the heart because the heart can't save us. So we bet this one more than the other one, but a check back is fine. And we
Yeah,
believe
good. So
we
that
believe he
kind of
makes more.
validates what we were saying. I think I would lean towards betting here.
Yep, I agree. I think that he makes more betting mistakes than he makes more mistakes against a bet than against a check. Although we did see him take that stab. So we bet small, we get called. Okay. 3. He checks.
With that card, I would bet again, and I would bet in the larger category.
Right. Overbet or like six to
No, like 70, yeah, like B75. So like
like something like that.
$6 or whatever.
Something like that.
Yeah.
All right, good. He calls. Great. That's not a heart. That is a 4-liner.
See,
So
depending
he
on what he
checks.
does here.
He checks.
I think we just check now. I don't think we have enough equity to reopen. I mean, I think we have enough to just, show down now and not worry about getting reopened.
Yep, exactly.
If we
But we
did
also
bet,
could, but we also could bet 10 here and fold to a raise because we're good enough to fold to a raise.
yeah, I think I would rather not be put in that situation and just check, but we would be missing out on that thinner value.
Yep, that's what I did.
That's all he had.
Shocking. Shocking. Yep. I saved 10.
Well, well played. You played it exactly how I would have played
Right.
it.
And that by definition is correctly. All right. Rodney. Here we go.
Um,
Anybody else new? Do anybody new or are we just us? Let me just take a look at the list here. I think we got everybody, right? Yep. There's nobody new. There's everybody. All right, Rodney. Queen Yep, this is a new Queen Jack. All right, Queen Jack of Spades. Folds to you in the small blind with Queen Jack of Spades.
Here we're gonna go, 3.
All right, 3. And by the way, 3.5 is also perfectly GTO. 3 and 3.5 are fine. 4 is fine. All those are fine. We go 3. All right, we get called.
I believe I would bet here small,
Okay.
1.5, 2.
Okay. So there are reasons to, but let me give you another argument here, which is this is not the only way to play, but one of the ways to play is to play a defensive approximation of the GTO strategy, a simplified GTO strategy, an implementable GTO strategy. And in the implementable GTO strategy, we look at a hand like this, ace queen nine, out of position, and we say, what is our hand? Our hand is marginally made, and marginally made hands like to check and call. So that's another way to play it.
Yeah. Well,
Playing this,
especially out of position, I don't know.
yep, yep.
Yeah,
Uh,
so
I sus-
check
you know,
here.
yeah, and this board is certainly better for the aggressor's range than the caller's range. But this is blind versus blind. This is a pretty wide config. We're not, it's like, yes, he doesn't have aces, kings, and queens, and we do, but we got a lot of garbage here. So let's take a look at what the solver likes to do in this situation. This is ace nine of hearts, king, queen of clubs. This is a small blind raise to 3 and a call and a ace nine of hearts, queen of clubs. And the queen jack has some betting, prefers the checking.
Yeah.
Just like that. Yep. So the bet is not wrong. And the bet size is almost always small, which is what you wanted to do. So if I did it, then we'll be able to follow that line. I know me. I'm sure I checked. Yep, I checked. He checks behind. Great. All right. When you take the check line, what would you like to do now?
Now I think I want to bet,
Okay. What size would you like to bet?
4.
Yeah. You're trying to get value from other queens, which you still beat, except for the king queen, which has 3-bet you sometimes. And you're trying to get value from the draws, which will call 4. Both those hands, by the way, might call 5 or 6, but so will the aces. So I think I like the 4. I went for the check. And because I wanted that to happen, and now when this happens, what are we going to do?
We're going to raise.
Ooh, that's spicy. So you're going to turn your queen into a bluff here.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not, so I can't, but I want to ask you what size. What size are you going to go?
I would go probably 18 or 20.
Okay. And what are you trying to get to fold here?
I'm trying to get a 9 to fold.
Okay. Why? You have a 9 beat.
Yeah. I guess a queen to fold.
The other queen. You're trying to get the king queen to fold.
Or
You might,
ace to fold. I don't think
you
you're going to
might,
get an ace.
you're not getting an ace to fold.
No.
You're also going to get clubs to fold very often and hearts sometimes here
Yeah,
with that
draws.
raise. And they do have some equity. And if they don't fold, you're charging them. So your bet is good against against the flush part of their range. It's terrible
Yeah.
against the 9 part of their range. It doesn't matter against the bluff. It doesn't matter particularly against the bluff part of their range, against the air. Um, and their air is king 10 and 10 jack kinds of hands, maybe. They're all going to fold, and that's fine. They had some equity. But I think the fact that you have the queen and that's enough means that this is a great call. Your raise does accomplish something, but I think it's pretty expensive. And against an ace, against a not commonly played ace, it's suicide.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So looking at this, we did the check line, right? We did the check
Mhm.
with our queen jack. Yeah, went check, check. Pick up the ace of clubs. On the ace of clubs, having taken the check line, now our queen is happy to bet, thinking it's the best hand, getting some value from the flush draws, the other queens, and maybe a 9. But it's also happy to check. We took the check line. He bet 3.76. Doesn't matter what he does this with. When he does this, the queen jack never raises. So now, because the queen jack is now way ahead of all his bluffs and way behind all his value.
Mm.
So even though it does what you want it to do against the clubs and the hearts, that's not enough in GTO world. And I would claim in the real world also that that if you take the check line, continue your check call. That would be my suggestion.
Yeah.
Um,
Call.
because while we pointed out that against the draws it does something, the main thing it does against most of his range is it gets him to fold worse and call with better. That's the main thing it does, as you pointed out with the 9. Right? We call, and the clubs come in. What would you like to do, having taken this line?
I believe we just need to check here.
I agree. Check, and let's see what size he bets. 6.43. Half pot.
I believe we just call here.
Yep. The clubs came in, unfortunately. The hearts didn't come in. And Larry says we can hero wide, and I agree. We are going to call. And we are going to lose to an ace that was never going to fold to our bluff, we believe.
Yep.
So that's what we lost. All right, there we go. And the solver called this with the queen jack. The river was the 4 of clubs. We check our queen jack all the time. He bets his ace deuce all the time. His bet size was 6.43, which is the equivalent of 7.9. And on 7.9, our queen jack is indifferent. Does some calling, does some folding. Which of these should we choose based on his stats? Reasonable. Aggression factor of 1. Hearts didn't come in. Size. I think both are good. I don't think this is a mistake, even though we lost. Anybody think this was a mistake to call on the river? In real life, not in Solverland?
I was going to argue that it might be a decent overfold, considering that I think that it might be under bluffed.
Okay.
The only problem, this was blind versus blind, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The only problem is that they're still pretty wide. So it's just that this run out's kind of bad for bluffing, I guess, maybe. But that was my only thought, that it might be a decent overfold.
Yep. Okay. I mean, the fact that the club comes in, that one of his bluffs, one of his buckets of bluffs got there, might be enough. All right. Lewis. I give you a hand. You have
Okay.
pocket queens, Lewis. Let's see if you can play them better than me. What would you like to do?
Yeah, raise. I usually raise to 2.5, but
All
any
right, I'll
sizing's fine. We're pretty
five.
deep, so I wouldn't hate a 3x.
Yeah, I wouldn't hate it at all, especially against this guy. I mean, they were all really deep. Yeah, 2.5. All right. He checks.
Oh, what's his stats? Oh, he looks like a
23, he
reg.
hit 23, all of which were open raises. Three bet of 23. This is not, we only have 30, we have 31 hands, which is enough. He's solid. No limping, no calling.
Yeah, I probably check back this hand,
All right,
but
let's check
like,
that.
if your players are too splashy in the big blind, like call them more than they should, then you can bet.
Yep, I don't see him like that. All right, here we go. Jack comes. He checks to us again.
Yeah, I try going for value here. Um, maybe like, any sizing really. Just a bet. I mainly bet here, but
All right,
anywhere between a third and 75, I think.
that seems fair. I'm sure that I checked it back again. If I go for value, I'm going to go for value only on the river. And here's my argument, and then you give me yours. So this hand is good, is excellent for one street of value, right? We might get two streets of value against a jack, but I mean, this hand is excellent if there's only one bet that goes in, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's a question, Lewis. All right, am I dead or is Lewis dead? Who's gone?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. One
Okay,
street hand.
okay.
But
If it's one street hand, I like it on the river more than the turn because the turn threatens another bet, and that increases my fold equity. And I don't actually want a fold with my queens. I want to get called by every non-ace hand, and so that's my thought there.
yeah, what I've been doing a lot in my game recently is just like when they check twice, just like betting a lot with like almost everything.
Right, and they fold, right? They fold all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and this
But
hand doesn't want to fold. This hand desperately wants to get called by a four.
yeah, I'm trying to get cool, but I mean, they might still check flush draws and stuff. Like flush
Yep,
draw with a jack makes a lot of sense. We can get value
sure.
from. They're not going to
Get lots
raise.
of like from them. Yep, absolutely. And a jack might actually call two bets. Might call the turn and the river. Might. Yep. And then this terrible card comes in, and he bets.
Um, I mean, it's pretty indifferent. Like based on your read, I guess. Like you can call or fold. I, I might just, I mean, against an unknown, I might just look up just to kind of get the information. It could be. I mean, what's his bluffs going to be though? Like, I mean, a
Everything.
six. Yeah. I mean, it's
Everything.
going to be like,
His bluffs are everything. He doesn't even. I mean,
yeah,
any
king
hand with a king
high.
can bluff. He just knows he has to bluff. If he's at the bottom of his 7-8 range, he has to bluff.
I mean, we don't know what he knows, but
Yep,
yeah, I mean, you know, I don't. Yeah, yeah, it's fine.
yep.
Yeah, it's the nuts. Like, yeah.
Got the nuts, and he wasn't folding. So our defensive play was kind of nice.
You see what I mean, though? Like, you can just bet the turn because,
Yep.
like, the guy's not gonna check raise the turn a
Mhm.
draw. People tend not to do that.
All right, here we go. This is us in the cutoff. Cutoff raises calls. We have ace four of hearts, six of diamonds. Six of diamonds. He checks. Our queens are going to do a lot of checking. Yep. And when they bet, they would really like to have a heart.
I
And
mean, worth considering we're pretty deep here as well, so like checking frequencies probably go up a bit.
Yeah, yeah. I would make us 200, but I don't think we can solve 200s. Can we? I'll take a look and see if I don't think it has solves for 200s, but we'll look to see if it has it now. So he checks again. Our queens have now been promoted. They do some betting, but really only when they have the queen of hearts to block. We do not. So yep, it loves the check again. The river is the 6 of hearts. Boo. And he comes out and bets.
What's he supposed to do on the turn when we bet? Because like my justification for betting the turn is they're just not gonna like check raise enough draws.
All right. When
So
we
we
bet the turn, what size?
just use the most common size.
All right. Let's see. Our most common
Uh,
size is 3.3. So we
yeah,
do a
just
3.3.
yeah.
His 8-9 of hearts raises us. We live
Yeah,
like this,
like
but in Solverland we get raised.
yeah, that's the thing. I think people just like to check call a lot
Yep.
more.
Yep.
I
I
mean, I
agree.
mean, if you're playing in soft games, if you're playing tough games, like people might do that, but like,
Mm.
turn check raise is one of the like most underbluffed lines. So that's kind of why I like betting because I don't think they're gonna like even ace. What's that ace? Yeah, I mean, yeah,
And now he comes out and bets. And he bets the equivalent of 5.5. And our queens sit and wait. And our queens are shook. You really want a queen of hearts to call. You really want that. And even then, you do a lot of folding. So it was to a smaller than 5.5. It was his actual bet was 4.8. And against the 3.3, I assume the queens always call against 3.3.
yeah. I mean, I don't think you should call every time in these spots. Like,
Yeah.
I like to save
Three.
money. It's, a dollar saves a dollar.
Yep. When he bets 3.3, oh my gosh, our queens fold more against 3.3. That's crazy. I'm seeing that right. Against 3.3, the queens call
Hmm.
less.
I guess the 3.3 has less bluffs.
I guess. Yes, it does. All right.
Like
I'm
the
done.
bigger the size, the more bluffs, right? So
Yeah. Well, but the more you pay for it. All right. That's that hand. Sorry, Lewis. He has a
yeah, but
flush.
like for the solver, it's like more bluffs, the bigger the bet.
Yes. Yes.
For people, it's not. It's like they tend to go the opposite way. But
All right. Let's see. Anybody else here? We got Lewis. Everybody else is the same. We're back to the top. So our last person was. That was Lewis in there. And so we're back up on Rodney. Rodney, you have pocket queens. Maybe it'll go better for you than it did for Lewis. Oh, you got a limp in front. You got 2 limpers, Rodney. What would you like to do?
Open 5.5.
I love it. 5.5. All right. There we go. And one call. Perfect. And that one call has only 27 big blinds. That's not good. But okay. He checks.
Leave here. Probably checking or betting half pot either one.
Yep. Yep. And against his only 30 big blinds, you can bet even smaller than half pot if you want.
Oh yeah, to get him all in. Yeah.
Yeah,
So maybe
if you want to put him all in on the turn and you bet 5, the
yeah.
SPR right, you know, for a pot size bet on the turn. So you got lots of options here. I go 5.28 and I expect I'm going to go try to make this a 2-street game. And he goes all in.
We just call.
Absolutely. We never fold to this. Never, ever, 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 ever. Never. To his just terrible play.
Oh, these are the players you want at the table. The bad
Exactly.
people you buy in for like 50
Exactly.
pigs.
And this is what you see, by the way, commonly from the people buying it for 30, which is make a pair, go with it. That's perfectly fine. He limps the 6-10 suited and then calls this much with a hand that at best is an implied odds hand and really isn't without an implied odds stack. So he just throws away this money and then now just hopes. Yep. Very happy. All right.
I mean, this guy came to gamble.
Yep, he did. All right, Brian. Here we go. Ace-9 suited.
All right. So, do wait, what do we got?
Limp to an ace-9 suited on the button.
Trying to see if there's some weak players that we want to target specifically. Looks like everybody's kind of that way. We're gonna go to 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, probably like 6.
All right. Good enough. 5.5 is like 6. Same guy. Oh, and he check jammed.
Probably just gonna call.
I think so. I think against this guy. Now let's check one thing. The number of hands. 24. This is before this. So we didn't know this before. This is going out of order. So
Could probably still call here. I think he's got enough garbage that does this.
Yep.
Like I think he has enough king high, queen high hands that can do this that we're ahead of. Sometimes
Alright.
we're dominated, but
Let's do it.
ends. Wow, he actually had a monster, but we outdrew him. So give us your money.
Yeah, there we go. He had a monster. We were not getting the odds to call.
No, but we hit a straight.
Nope. All right. Well played, us.
Better lucky than good.
Yeah.
On each individual hand, that is for sure. All right. After Brian, it is Larry. This is fun.
Short stack on 2 bigs. I think we jam.
I don't hate a jam here at all. Now I had to have noticed that he was only on 18. I do not hate a jam here at all. Yes.
And what? Ah,
I think we're gonna win.
ooh.
Boy, do we have the worst hand. Boy, did we suck out. What a great flop for us. Bye, Brian.
See you guys.
That is a quality piece of play right there. All right. Ryan.
All right. I'm folding.
Me too. What the hell was it? Let's see. We'll see why I put this up here at all. Let me take a look in here and see who just texted me. Okay, that guy. Do I have to do anything about it? Okay. There we go. I do not have to do anything about that. All right. So we folded. Maybe it's just the way the hand gets played out. Let's look. Oh, all right. So check, check, check. Then the donk comes out in the folds, and we just wanted to see what his hand was. You'll also get the next one. So yeah, he took a 6-7 there. We would have been ahead on the flop and then lost. Great. All right. Next hand is still Ryan.
Two, 7.
I believe there's going to be some limping. Oh no, this is why it's interesting. What do you
Okay.
do to this size? What do you want to do?
I mean, it's probably still a fold, but I could see the reasoning for wanting to see a flop, but
So your hand is shit and
yeah,
suited, and it's one of the shittiest of the suited hands. So when you call almost all your suited hands, except there's a few that you fold, this is the one you fold. Deuce 7, deuce 6, right? This is shitty. So
Yeah.
I give you all that, right? When someone raises to two big blinds out of position, they are saying to you, I believe you do not play well enough to achieve 25% equity in position against my range.
Right.
Are you good enough are you good enough to achieve 25% equity on average with deuce seven suited against his range? If you're not, you should fold.
Yeah. I'm honestly not sure. I don't.
Okay, good enough. You're not sure. Let me tell you one other thing. You're the best player in the world. Can you achieve 25% equity in position against his range?
Probably.
Let's go.
All right, so I'm Scotty. Right. And I flop trips.
Yeah, told you. All right. You flop trips. If all the money goes in, you are losing this hand. I want to just tell you that. If all the money goes in, your trips are beat. If
I don't
some money
agree.
goes in, if some
Why?
money goes in, your trips are best.
Yeah, I'm coming to
I mean,
disagreement camp too.
You disagree with that?
Yeah, I don't think this is not your hand is way stronger than if all the money goes in, you're good. I mean, yeah, you can be beat, but
Okay.
you're
you're
still
only
gonna be good versus
losing
a lot of his stuff.
right now. You're only losing to pocket fours.
And every other seven.
Right. Oh, yeah.
They
Yeah.
exist.
Right.
All right, let's see. So he checked to you.
So, I mean, either like check check back and hope he hits something,
That's fair.
or we could go for like a small bet.
Okay. And what's a small bet size?
Small bet will be like one between one and two,
Yep.
one and a half.
Right. I go 1.3. We get a call. This is great.
All right, let's see.
We would like to see any card that isn't a five or a six.
Right,
No, that's not true. He would hit a pair with that. We want to see every card in the deck is good for us. And the only cards that we even are marginally concerned with is 3, 5, 6, 8. Those are the only ones we're marginally concerned with. And we're not even that concerned with them.
yeah,
We love this is a great card. It either hits him or it doesn't. It
right.
hits a lot of his floats, so this is great.
Hmm.
He checks.
I mean, yeah, he's not likely to dunk into us.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so we're probably gonna, yeah, probably bet like pot, maybe even.
Sure,
So
sure.
like actually, like there's the argument of trying to keep him in, right? And then there's the argument of quite a bit of his range having a queen,
Mm-hmm.
like a decent percentage. So if we bet big, that multiplying that percentage with the bigger size
Yep,
could end up giving us a higher EV long term.
yep. Plus, against his heart floats, which he could have some, they'll all call the bigger size. So I think the bigger size is really good for that. I think the bigger size is a better choice than what I did. I bet two, he calls. Great.
All right. So we get the five, that the dreaded five.
And he checks. We're not.
I mean,
It's great.
it's
It's
going to
great.
be very rare that he's got us beat, though.
Yep. But now
Do we need
but some
eight?
of his, but if he had a straight draw, he's now hit a pair a lot of the time. So that's good.
Yeah, right. Yeah, all right. Um, so we have his range at like queens, possible straight draws that have like a four, like a five pair.
Hmm.
Um, some missed flush draws maybe.
Hmm.
Uh,
Some ace king and ace jack. are still there,
Yeah,
given our sizing. We didn't fold them out on the turn.
right. Um, so what's gonna be the best bet size to get the most value from this? I'd honestly like you're probably gonna be go pretty big, I'd say.
Okay. A
Um,
queen is gonna, so how much is a four gonna call?
like I mean, a four isn't gonna call much at
Right.
this point.
A four is
So
gonna call
you,
a four is gonna call three big blinds, right?
yeah,
And it's probably gonna fold to five big blinds, but it might not. But it'll call three. Um, a queen is gonna call how many?
queen. It's probably might call even like a pot side best.
Tw- eh, 12, 15, maybe even.
Yeah.
And a
Is a
five is
queen
gonna
ever
call,
is a queen ever folded here? Like
yeah, a queen might fold for
maybe if
90.
you jam.
A queen might fold for 95. It might.
Right.
But the queen is certainly calling 10, and I was saying probably 15, you know, maybe more.
Mm.
What's a five gonna call?
I mean, it's going to be similar to the four,
Yeah,
like five at most.
right. And what are all the pocket pairs gonna call that aren't a four, a five? You know, the ones that he started with, pocket sixes, pocket eights, all those hands could be here.
Right.
He-
I mean, everything under like a queen
yeah,
might go a bit above five big blinds, but not
yeah, but
much.
probably not 15. Probably not 15.
No,
Maybe. Okay.
probably not even like pots.
Right. And we're gonna give up on
So,
ace high. I mean, we're not gonna bet so small that ace high calls.
right.
Right. So with that in mind, what do you want to target? The five and the four and the pocket pairs, or just the queen?
We'll probably then go for like a half pot bet to
Yeah.
target the
Yep.
yeah
I'm with you.
the two pair that he has.
Yeah. I like the half pot better than this 7.7, but he calls, and I like that.
Nice.
And he had the
And he had a
queen.
queen. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. So he floated with the queen, which made sense.
Yeah.
Um,
You
yeah.
would have
And so I could,
you could have gotten a lot of money if you put in more on the
yeah.
turn as well.
Yep. I could have bet the turn big, and I
And
could have bet the river big.
yeah, because then you knew that he continued
Yeah.
big as well.
Right. If on the turn, I bet more like five, six, seven here, he calls, and now I'm free to bet big because now I'm only targeting the queen.
Yeah.
And the pot's bigger, and I can bet the pot plus a few chips. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
was
think you
thinking,
missed value here. Like I would have gone like 150, just targeting the queen, just be greedy and because I don't think ace high is gonna call like a small bet either. You know, they'll just fold
no,
anything.
no. And it's possible I went too big to get the four and the five to call. And if I go then, I should be going, if I'm going for a queen, I should go for a queen cleanly and
Mm.
not this.
Uh,
If you think this is too big for a five and a four, then this is Valley O'Brien, and that sucks.
no, they'll bluff catch with all these other pairs that they have.
At this size? Okay, then.
Sixes, eights, nines, ten. They can have all the way up to aces here.
Yeah. Okay, then that's fair. Then
I yeah. I think this is a spot where you don't have to be balanced. You can just go big with your value and then, go small with bluff just to
I
like
agree with
hope to
that,
fold out anything.
but I'm not trying to, but my question wasn't balance. My question was
Yeah.
target here to get to those sizes. That's where I got those sizes was target sizes, not balance size.
Like, what do we think that he has like the most of, or at least
And
like
I
does he
said,
have?
yeah. And I said that what got here was, I'm sorry, I interrupted you. Go on, Ron, go on.
Right. So like if he has enough small pairs to make it more valuable to go for a small bluff, a small no a small bet compared to a big bet that targets only his queens.
Yeah.
And we kept a lot of his smaller pairs in there with our small turn bet.
Yeah. if I believe that fives and fours and sixes and pocket sixes and pocket eights and nines, all of which I think can get here in this way, if I believe that they will call seven, but a queen will call 15, I think this is fair because I think there's more than twice as many of them, and I just happened to run into the queen this time. If I believe that they're going to fold to these, then this hand. If I believe that a five folds to this, then this is Valley O'Brien, and I should have gone five, 5 or 4 or 15.
I also think this guy, I mean, from what we saw the last hand, he does this 2x raise size. Like, it kind of makes me think he's more like a recreational, so he's going to be like more linear. And I don't know if this guy was limping in the small blind. Like, he might just limp his trashy
No,
stuff
he's got
and
no limp.
raise his.
He has no limps. He's never open limped. He's never open limped, and he's never
Yeah,
limped. He's called out of the big blind.
yeah,
One,
but how many times have you played blind be blind with this guy? Probably not
yeah,
much, right?
not much. There he is. I
But
mean, we
like
only
I think you can read into that last hand that he just made it two big blinds with tens.
yeah.
Like we saw that. Like he's not. He might just be limping his like trashy stuff.
Yep.
So like that makes him, a linear range is gonna have more like high card stuff, which won't fold, like where to make top pair.
Right. Right. Mike, you got pocket deuces.
Okay. Uh, Call.
Yeah, that was easy.
Ooh,
I'm
it's
sorry.
that's
You want to
potential donk. No, not he's
Is he
not
talking?
in early enough position. But
Yeah.
if he was like low jack, I would really start considering donking here.
Nice. Okay, check. He bets pot.
Who's pot? Hmm. I feel like we're pretty like indifferent here. It might be nitty to just fold now, but I think we're okay to fold. And if I were playing this at the time, I think I would just fold.
I think folding is fine. Um, if we don't have the deuce of clubs, we fold instantly. With the deuce of clubs, we think about calling, but
Hmm.
I think then at the end we go, if it goes runner club, we still can never bet. So, eh, let's just let's just fold to his now best hand. Yeah. I take the next one also, Mike.
Ooh, bonus action.
Bonus action. Ah, bonus action, but we have to open it. We have to the thing there because we have succeeded in going through all of the hands in the first batch. All right, so here we go. I'll make sure that that's true. Yep, we did. All right, go away. You guys all get marked as having been seen. And let's grab some more hands. More hands than we're going to see. And let's do these in this order from the bottom up so we can get them in order. So the first one should be ace nine suited. Nope, let's go to the bottom. Ace nine suited. Just because of that little order fun thing. So these are now going to be in order. And another two big blind raise.
Okay. With this hand, I think I would just mostly be calling here.
Okay. I think this hand's going to actually do a fair amount of three betting against the two, but I'm
Yeah,
going to go
it
to the
might.
bonus.
I,
I think,
yeah, if we look, I bet it's like a
yeah,
very
yeah, it's
small
like,
frequency of three betting it'll apply across all of those suited aces
yeah,
kind of thing.
it'll be in there. Let's see. Cutoff for two against the big blind, the ace. No,
No.
no, I got it
Yeah,
totally.
remember when they go that min raise, there's just so much more calling that we get to do
Yeah,
and
and
not three betting.
yeah, there we go. All right, and we do. Okay, back doors.
Okay. We go check, and
Check.
then let's see what this sort of villain. Oh, these little one big blind C bets, uh, becoming pretty common,
Right.
and this is like a flop that it's not really appropriate for.
Hmm.
Um, I think I would raise here, and
Okay,
it's an exploit against this particular type of villain.
gotcha. This is an easy raise here. Nope, we can do it. We have 3 to a straight also. It's a shitty 3 to a straight, 6-8. You know, it's got to be perfect, perfect. We never can go open-ended. But we have 3 to a straight, 3 to a flush, and an overcard, and he bets small. We can absolutely 3-bet this. We cannot fold this, I believe. I don't believe there's any folding of this hand to this size. All right, here we go.
Okay.
I went for- I
Just
went for-
call is good too. I know that I would not fold it, but I would also be raising here at a really high clip.
I think the raise is good too. Maybe better. We'll look there, but I see it. All right.
All right, we got a check.
We check. Let's see his size. Against a tiny size, we are going to consider raising, right? And against a reasonable size, we're going to consider calling. Check
I think
back.
I don't know. I don't know if I would raise the turn.
Okay.
I don't know.
Turns are
I'd like to look
unbluffed.
at it to see what theory says,
Yeah.
But he checks back.
Checks back. And we unfortunately have showdown. That's our problem, is that we may not have to bluff this river. And boy, do I want to bluff this river into his stupid thing. But we do have actual showdown. What do you want to do?
I would check and call a lot of the time.
All right. I decided that I needed to do that. And I ran into. Well, I'm glad I did it.
Okay.
Yep, you went check and he checked behind and you lost and I lost that way. All right. We can't solve these, but we can do this. So it's going to be 2.5 in this world. And let's see if we actually get to call here. It was the cutoff. 2.5, the big blind, ace 9 suited. Yep, we are there. Great. And the flop is queen of spades, 7 of diamonds, 4 of clubs.
Right.
We check range. We give him the smallest bet he can do, which is not
It
open.
was 5 of clubs, actually.
Oh, right. It's 5 of, sorry, 5 of clubs. You're right. Of course, because if it was 4 of clubs, we would have the best hand. Queen of spades, 7 of diamonds, 5 of clubs. All right. We still check. He still bets the smallest he can. And the ace 9 suited with the backdoor never folds. And it does do a tiny bit of raising, but it's really tiny. That's like just a call. All right, so we call. The turn is the deuce of clubs, I believe. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The deuce of clubs comes in. We check. When he bets, his most common size is 8.3. And we're not going to check raise the 8.3, I don't think. With our ace 9 of clubs. Yep, we just call with it. But if he bets small, which he doesn't do very often, when he does that, our ace 9 has a little bit of raising, but not a lot. Okay, great. Tiny bit. But he checks. And now we get to the 6 of diamonds. Do we bluff? No. A little bit. And the bluff size is, when we bluff how big? 2.1? We just bluff tiny to get an ace 10 to fold? Is that what we do? That appears to be what we do. Ace 8, which does the bluffing all the time, blocking the 8-9 a little bit more, blocking the straights a little more. It does it with hearts to unblock the diamonds and the clubs, so that your opponent has the flush draws and folds as much as possible. And the size that it likes is 8.3 into a pot of 8.3. And the size that I went into a pot of 6.5, a little smaller, was 6.5. All right, so I don't hate my size. Not great.
And yeah, bet the size and see if he's supposed to fold there. His
Oh, any folds from the ace? Yeah, let's go ahead
his
and
weak
three.
pair, no, his weak pair, like his
Yeah, his weak
third
pair is
pair or
right.
whatever it
His
was.
five, right, his ace five. His stupid ace five. Nope, he calls his stupid ace five. He calls his stupid ace five right in our face. Like that. Ace five of hearts, he calls us, just like he did. Okay. That was Mike Lewis.
Lewis left.
Lewis left by Lewis. All right. After Lewis, it is Rodney.
Okay.
Oh, we're going up. Sorry. Wrong direction. Boom. King, queen. And the action is a raise and a call. Oh, and a re-raise.
King, queen offsuit. I think I would fold here.
Me too. Let's fold. And then a jam
Oh,
and a fold. Let's see what these guys had. There's your ace king. There's your ace jack. There is your get the hell out of the way with king queen. Brilliant. All right.
Scotty, curious what you would do there if the small blind had folded and it got to you.
I was going to three bet.
You're going to squeeze there, and would that be that? Just is that 100% for you, like no matter who, or is that a depending on the player type situation?
That's because this guy called. This is dead money at 33. That's why. If this guy called, I was definitely squeezing. And let's see how right or wrong that is. This is.
I think in theory it's a fold, but I mean certainly squeezing is viable. I just think charts will say fold king queen off, but
They
I'm
might.
not sure.
Yeah. And then we can also say, shut up, chart. Nobody asked you. Who asked you? I mean, it's not helpful to say that to a chart because it's it's not a person, but we can still say it. All right. So, yes, this is the right configuration. This is the wrong amounts of them. He calls big blind, king, queen off.
Still
King, queen off call,
calls.
likes it. But the raise is correct, right? And I just raise more than I should. Now, the small blind calls and we raise even more.
Huh.
The button calls instead. Now we got to play out of position against everybody. Now we never call.
Okay.
No, this is the small blind.
Oh,
You're
sorry.
wrong.
Right. The button calls. Yeah. Yep. So
All right.
we don't fold this at all.
And if you go to 2.5, just change it right now without resetting anything. You can just, or if you wanted to, you could just change it right in there and then it'll just auto update.
It did.
Yeah,
Nicely auto updated.
and it's still there.
Same thing.
Okay. Huh. I've been tight. I've been folding king queen off there.
Nope.
Or squeezing. Like I mostly would squeeze it, but
Now let's go all the way to 3. All the way to 3. And now you got your folds. At 3, you got some
okay.
folds.
Yeah.
Still a majority call though. Still a perfectly cromulent call. Okay. Here we go.
All right, good. Good.
Whose hand was this? This was
Good lesson.
yes. Whose
It
hand?
was Rodney.
This was Rodney. All right, Rodney, you get another hand. After you
Okay.
correctly folded that. Nicely done. Okay, next hand is 6-4 suited.
this was, I believe I would fold this as well.
Right.
Probably right,
Now,
well, on the big blind, it's probably right on the cutoff of call.
Yeah. now, if the small blind folds, this is a clear call, the 6-4 suited
Yeah.
against the 2.5. That's just, I mean, it's a slam dunk call. When this guy intervenes, I think some of your middle stuff folds more, but I think down at the 6-4 you stay in. Let's take a look. Let's learn that right now. And then we will go on with a hand. So this is in 2.5 land. Put this back to 2.25. And we are in 2.5 land. Okay, here we go. So this is the button raises, right? It was button raise? Yes. Button raises, the 6-4 suited is a slam dunk call here. I mean, it is fully calling in this situation, all the way down to 6-3, right? So this is deep in the call. The small blind comes in, and I think maybe we lose. I think we lose some of this stuff here with the small blind call, the 6-3, but I think we're going to stay in with there. So small blind calls, and the big blind, it's still there. Yep. So we call. All right, let's see if we call. Good, we called. Great, let's play it. You have a gut shot, and he bets one big blind, and you have a gut shot.
We would call here.
Yeah. If you were not in the sandwich, which you are, this is an easy call with a gut shot. But you don't close the action. And if a 5 of diamonds comes, you rarely win. And if a 5 of spades comes, you still might lose. Not to this guy, but to this guy. So you're calling, I'm folding, Mike's folding. I called. Ugh. Right, and now we have to fold.
Yeah.
Now we have to fold. And so we just threw away. It was only one big blind, but we just threw it away. All right. And there comes your 5. Right there. And what were you against? 2 pair. Top pair. You've got the nuts now. And on the river, you never see the river, so we don't know if he voted up. Yep. So very uncomfortable. It was going to be a very uncomfortable situation. Okay. He opened 7-8, and he with his king queen did not 3-bet him. This is not a GTO open, 8-7 offsuit. This is not a GTO call under any circumstances. This is a 3-bet or fold in the offsuit side, I believe. Let's just rework that. Here's his raise. And if you have any in the small blind, what you do, oh, it's got a little bit. It's not good, but it's got a little bit of it. All right, I criticize you less. Here we go. Up next is, after Rodney, is Brian. Brian is gone. Up next is Larry. And nobody else is here, right? No new people? Good. Larry.
All right. We've got 6-4.
We had 6-4 before. Now you have king, queen.
This is a fold.
I'm going the wrong way. I'm going the wrong way. Now you have this king, queen. Totally different king, queen.
Okay.
Limp.
We can ISO this.
All right, let's ISO. And then he
And we
jams.
could fold.
Yeah, we fold. And what did he have? Ace queen. What a great fold. What a great fold. We are dominated. Right, good. Okay.
If you saw King Jack there, that's still a great fold.
It is. It is. It's an unfortunate fold. There's a certain amount of times that he does this, that if you see him do this, like he's doing this all the time, that king queen is a call, but it's a miserable because you're behind ace deuce. But you'd still do it. You know, when someone is a serial limp ISO jam, limp ISO jam. You know, limp one more time, ISO jam. Fuck you, king queen, aces. All right. That was Larry forgot the fold. One more for Larry. Wrong direction. Here we go. Different king queen.
There's my king queen day.
It's king queen day.
Larry, the king queen hater.
Yep.
Yes.
Open it. Call. Raise.
This is generally a call here, especially this is a little bit smaller.
Guess who?
We're going to play
The
in
MDA
position.
bot.
Guys, 3-betting looks like more than once, at least on 54 hands.
Yep. And if this guy calls, we don't care. We don't.
Yeah,
care
we kind of have an implied odd hands here.
We have an implied odd hits hand. Yep, great. We're fine with
We
that.
have to be careful with a queen or king.
Yeah, we do.
All right.
But we have to be careful with this flop.
Oh, we could just pretty much
Yep.
miss here.
Yeah, we're done.
Did this guy donk? Yeah, we're nice
He's
hand
done.
there.
And he donked with his pocket eights. And that guy did it with pocket nines.
That's crazy.
And just put the guy on a pure, only a jack would do this. And I'm in the same.
I think I might call if I were. So what his size is very large,
It is.
but I might call with the spade and fold without.
Yeah. Well, there you go. This guy is very hoppy in his study group right now.
Yeah.
All right, one more, Larry. We still have not.
All right,
Nah,
sure.
we fold that. Yeah, that was an easy one though. All right, one more, Larry.
Okay.
All right,
Come on, king, queen.
come on, king, queen. Ah, 7-5 suited.
This is a larger than normal size, but
Yeah,
it's against button. And I think this hand is at the very edge of our defend range against button. Let me see this guy. This guy's played 40.
Mike, would you look this up under the 4 big blind size?
Sure.
Thank you.
I think this would be a fold against some guy who's got normal stats, regs. This is if you pip a 40 over, well, it's not enough hands. Never mind. It's only got 5 hands. Excuse me. I think we're really indifferent here. I think I probably lean towards call because we're deeper. We have more implied odds, maybe.
Yeah. In 3 land, the 7-5 already starts to fold. So for 3.5, we can fold it all the time if we want.
Yeah.
We didn't.
Yeah, I think calling's fine. It's real.
And it's a fold in 4 land, so halfway
This-
between the two.
This guy, so can you so he's played, it doesn't matter. It's only 5 hands, never mind. Okay, so we will check.
You bet small.
We have multiple backdoor action going on here.
We do.
Is it crazy to want to check raise this at some frequency? Against an ace high flop,
I don't
but
you
it's button. I think
5-4 of clubs, 3-5 of clubs, direct equity. This is all backdoor.
yeah. Yeah, I think maybe it's a little bit. I kind of like a check raise here against buttons
Okay.
opening range.
All right. I think I just fold on the ace high flop. I think I'm over folding on ace high flops.
Yeah, I think that's probably
No, I check raise. Nice.
yeah, this is
I'm
this
very
is
happy right
this is a
now.
little sketchy, but I think this hand might fall in that weird space of like tertiary hands where solver folds are check raises.
I hope I lose a ton of money on this hand. Just to spite you, Larry.
Well, I'm
Let's see
glad
what
whatever gets you through the day,
Hey!
dude.
Hey,
Yeah,
all
so
right,
he's got kind of a wide range here that he's playing.
Yay.
I wouldn't do this against any other position. Can we see I could put this in solver to someone else. I could put it in solver if you want.
Yeah, put it in
Like
Wait a minute, I can
Peak
do it.
likes
I
it.
can do a
Peak
3.
likes
I can do-
it.
What did you
Peak
Or you
say?
can put
likes
it in,
the
whatever.
Peak likes the check raise, but it also likes the call. So it's kind of a difference between calling and raising.
And what raise
Really?
and what open size were you getting? Were you getting is that at 3 or just were you using it the 2.5?
No, I mean the 2.5 because Peak only has
Yeah,
the
right. So I'm gonna do peak but with a 3. So
oh
button
right, the
is
8
3.
max.
Here we are in the big blind with our 5-7.
But we're gonna
spades,
call more
5-7.
here because there's no rake, right? This is
Right, no
chippy
rake,
V.
right. But post flop, but we get their post still the
Yeah,
same way.
true.
And the flop is ace of spades, 6 of clubs, deuce of diamonds. And the lovely thing that happens now is we check with our lovely 5-7. He bets small. And we, with our 5-7 of clubs, look at that and go, oh,
Yeah, we found it.
we have found a bluff.
Yeah, it just has all the feelings that it just has, and especially against a button range. What might be very interesting to look at quite quickly is, do we make the same play against under the gun? And I would say the answer is no. We may not be defending, actually.
We're not going to defend the 5-7 under the low jack, I don't think. I'm doing low jack, not under the gun first, because that's what I
All
think you
right.
meant. And the 5-7.
We're
we
kind of
have enough-
defending it.
We've got enough of it to see it. So let's see it. And this is, I don't think we do that. I don't think we're ever going to do it. Ace
No.
6 deuce, same thing. Ace of spades.
This is a
6
good lesson, Rodney, on positional awareness.
check. He bets 2. And the 5-7. No, we love it.
Oh,
Love it.
but we're wrong.
But
We don't
only the
care.
clubs. The other ones did it with the other ones did it with the hearts and the other ones did it with others. Oh, wait a minute.
It didn't do it with the hearts, and it did it with
They
everything
wanted the
else.
backdoor flush, but
Yeah,
it's
it wants the
the
backdoor.
only thing that's different is that we now mostly are three better fold.
Yeah,
Yep.
it never
The other one's
calls,
three better
basically.
call.
Yeah, it still does it. Still does it.
Interesting.
Yep. All right, one more. Real under the gun. 8-handed under the gun. Low jack -2. Big blind. Any 5-7? Nope, we're
No.
done. All right, there we go. The exercise is over. All right, after Larry comes,
That would be me, right?
I believe so. Let me just get back to that and that. It is Ryan, and Ryan gets me to hide the cards before the next thing comes up. Here we go. 7-8 in the big blind. 2.5.
0.5. Nice. Call.
Call. But remember, you do know there's a lot of there's about 25 to 50% raising here on the 7-8. Let me show it to you once against the 2.5. So you've seen it. Do not miss these all the time. You don't have to do them all the time, but you got to know that they are there. This is
Against the button, it's
Yep. Against the button. There it is. Big blind. 7-8.
no.
It's not there a lot. I was wrong. It pushes it up to here. But they're still there. There's some of it. Just I thought this was a lot more.
No, it starts at 9-8.
Yeah. Now against the hijack. There it is. There it is. It's a bunch of it against the hijack. It's a ton.
All right.
It's
Yeah.
broader, and then against the button, it's 12% or something. Hold on. I was in. Look at it. It's all over the place. What went wrong? What was different? Something was wrong. There must have been a call here or somebody in between. It's a ton of it. Look at it. That's it. I think it was this. Yeah, we
okay.
we had the small blind in there.
So peak actually has 0 raising on the 8-7,
Yeah.
which is, but it does have like the 7-6 and the 9-8.
Yeah. Great. So it does that weak thing. So this is here a lot. Let's see if
All
I can.
right.
I'm gonna guess that I didn't. I did. All right.
All right.
Play it as played, even better. 13. Yep. So my size is reasonable. Against a guy with stats of 18%. Open. That's reasonable. Against a guy who's full to 3-bet is 100%. It's only one time. That's reasonable. Everything about this is good. Okay, he calls.
And you get a pretty meh flop.
Yep.
Yeah, check.
Check would have been
Yeah,
fine. I decided to bet a third and probably
you're
for
kind
that.
of
I had queen.
representing like an overpair or a queen or a jack, kind of.
Yeah, ace, queen, king, queen, all those hands I have. Ace, ace, king, king, queen, queen, jack, jack. All those hands are in my 3-bet range.
Yeah. All right.
9, 10 is in my 3-bet range. So this could slam me. But it hits you.
Yeah,
Here
and
you go.
then and now you fold.
Right. And what did you do this with? The
The
nuts.
nuts.
Nicely having of the nuts. And I fold. There we go. Hello, Paul. All right. The next hand is
And
Paul. So if you want to turn on your mic, Paul. Here we go.
Hey guys, how we going?
It's going good. All right. This is going to be interesting. Okay, yeah. So this is just it. So, you you're going to get 2 hands in a row. What do you want to do with Queen 6 suited against a limp? You're in the cutoff.
What is he? 24-12.
Yeah.
Probably maybe raise it. It's in my normal cutoff raising range, but versus a limp, probably not. But
Yeah.
for the sake of the game, I'll raise it up.
Yeah. I think your best bet here is a fold. But let's raise it up. And then we get a weird call from the big blind. And then we get a limp re-raise.
37. Well, that's a fold.
Yep, fold. And let's see what these hands actually were. Ace, king, deuce, 3.
No surprise.
Jesus. All right. Jesus Christ. So there's your tricky limp there. All right, I'm going to give you the next hand also.
Okay.
Here we go. 6-9 suited in the small blind. Folded to you.
So I think this is a limp. You want to? Oh, we actually, sorry. Tournament play. This is a limp. I've been studying tournament play, but
Yeah.
yeah.
You-
I'm probably going to raise it.
All right,
6-9.
so what size do you want to raise to?
I actually go 3.5, but
Perfect.
4.5 is probably
Oh,
okay.
4.5 is a little big. 3 is good. 2 is too small. 2.5 is too small. 3 is good. 3.5, 4 is good. I'm going to go to 3. I mean, that's what I do.
Yeah, I like to go a little bit more out of position.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, we are. But I'm just saying. I think 4 is. I think 4.5 is unnecessary.
Oh
4
yeah,
is
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
That's my only thing I'm saying. If 4.5 is a mistake, it's not a huge mistake.
Yeah.
But I think it is not.
Yeah.
I think it's not your best choice. All right, here we go. Let's do that, and we're gonna get called and go to a flop. What would you like to do?
6 big blind. Check. Although this is probably a king high, king medium high, low. Probably a C bet.
Sure.
Small, but I'd probably check this.
Yep, because you can easily call a bet easily.
Yeah, and a lot of good turns. So yeah.
All right. Now he bets 1.88. So you have 3 options: fold, call, or raise. What do you think about folding?
Definitely not folding.
Folding is
I
terrible.
can see some percentage of raise with this hand, but I think I'd just call.
So here's what I see in this hand. This hand loves folding is out of the question for me and for you too, and I agree with that. We're not folding. This hand loves a call here. This is the most natural thing to do with it. But against this size, do we want to read anything into this size and start turning our hand into a bluff now? Do we think?
Yeah, well, it's definitely. It could be just a stab.
Right.
Yeah.
Do we think
he's a 44-26, so a lot of his hands have missed, and he could be just stabbing it, seeing our weakness. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Do we think when he has a king and he has some kings, do we think his king goes this size with a flush draw on board and a hand and the hand that so much of our Broadways, 10 jack, 10 queen, jack queen, all have gut shots. Do you think his king goes this small?
Yeah, probably not. Maybe some weak kings might, but in
Let's find
general,
out.
yeah, big.
All right.
Yeah, I
I
can see
think I'm
it.
going to do what you said. I think I'm going to do what you said is call. But now that I'm looking at it with more time, with all the time to look at it, I don't think there's a king here. And if there isn't a king here, I don't mind a raise at all. All right, so we call totally natural.
Yep, I can definitely see the raise. Yep,
Yeah, great. This is wonderful.
great turn.
Yep.
Uh, uh, I, we could have some leads here, I suppose, but as played, we could have a lead, but I'd probably just check it back
I
to
would
him
love
again.
to check here. When
Yeah,
we don't
just
check raise to try to push him off, his non-king. Now we want him
mm,
to bluff. We don't mind if he bets now.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So this is an easy check.
We have so much equity on this turn, so
So much equity. We are losing to some of his nines. His nines could have bet that size, but I don't think he has a king. Now he sizes up, saying, "No, no, I really have a
so
king."
now he's more polarized. Okay, so it's draws and good hands, and we've basically saying we don't think he has many good hands with that sizing.
Mhm.
So we just call and let
Yep,
him keep bluffing.
exactly. And now exactly against this size, so I didn't mind a raise on the turn on the flop. I do
Yep.
not want to raise now.
No.
I don't want to raise into a even slightly polarized bet
Yep.
because I'm way ahead or way behind. So we call. And now, unfortunately, we make the effective nuts and we're out of position. How do you want to approach this?
Well, if we've gone with what we've been saying, that he's been bluffing,
Mhm.
we probably want to give him the rope to bluff. I think with this, yeah, because some of his hands do get there straights.
Yep.
Um,
Let's
he
do it.
may some of his queens will check back, I guess, or maybe go thin value. Um, so I'd probably check.
We did. And he bet 16 and he bet just over half pot.
Okay. How much have we got? Geez, can we get greedy with all this and just it's a decent sizing. I think maybe we can. What's his go to showdown? I don't know. Can't even see that up there.
I'll tell you in a second.
Can't see.
There we go. I had to respond to Larry.
If his go to showdown is pretty high, I think we could
All right,
probably
let's
go
see.
for it.
Yeah, we don't have enough. Oh, we have 61 on him. Okay, so with 61, we're going to see his river stats. On the river, him calling a raise, calling a check raise. It never happened. It's never happened, so we don't know what
We
his
probably
stats.
don't have it. Yeah, there's not enough stats. Yeah, that's all right.
Not enough stats. All right.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, but I think we could probably still. That's probably enough to go for it all.
Yeah. All right. So you're going to jam.
It's either call or shove. I see it as, or you could go for a smaller raise, but I'd rather just shove it in there.
Shove it in there and get called by his kings.
Yeah, two
Right.
pair. If he
Right.
does, well, I know we have sort of said that he doesn't have a lot of kings here.
Yeah, that's my
But
problem. I don't think he
he
has a lot
has
of
a
kings.
queen,
So
a
if
bluff.
this right, so and when this is a bluff, he folds. When this is a
Yeah.
better flush, we lose everything.
If he's got a straight, he has some straights. I think
10
that's
jack. He get back into 10 jack here.
yeah. But
His line ain't 10. I don't take 10 jack out of his range now at all.
no,
Um,
no.
so I'm gonna raise. Are you calling or are you raising?
I'm just trying to think. Jack 10's probably the only hand that's calling that we beat. Maybe some smaller flushes
Yeah.
he's ran into.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah.
So it's
So
probably a bit
that's
thin, but yeah,
yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem. That's really thin. Okay.
yeah.
So what I did was I didn't
I'll
think
just
I
click it.
didn't think clearly. I think he's weak. He's probably gonna fold, but if I get a call, this is the size I need to do to get a call. So I
Okay.
bet small for it. And I just got the fold anyway, so it doesn't
So
matter.
it's just bluffing. Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see what it was. Oh my God.
Oh wow.
I could not have been more wrong.
Damn, he was high
I
up in his
love
range.
my
Okay.
son. Oh, I
Damn.
love it.
Okay.
I love his fold too, but from him. But yeah, so he flops two. He calls king nine there. Totally fine. He bets tiny on the two pair. Now he goes, now he says, you've got something. And he bets medium.
Yeah.
And I just call. And then on the river, he goes, well, I have two pair and I'm just going to bet for value. And if you raise me, I'm folding. And then I make a small raise and he goes, I'm
Yeah.
folding. Wow. Okay.
So both played it well, probably. So
Yeah. All right.
I think he could have used a bigger size on turn. It's a very wet texture.
He really could have given the
I
double,
think,
yeah, double
I mean,
flush
I
board.
maybe
Yeah.
just speak, well, he would have folded you out, but
no,
I think
wouldn't
he
it?
gets over bets on turn.
I have a pair and a flush draw. Well, he has to go big. Let's see. Let's take a look. All right.
I
Blind
think there
versus
might be over bets
blind.
there.
It might be. All right. Blind versus blind. We're going to go back to a raked world. We're in the world of rake. And in the world of rake, small blind raises, big blind with the king nine off suit, mostly raises but has some calls. There he is. Flop is king nine of clubs, four of hearts. King nine of clubs, four of hearts. Here we are with our beautiful 6-9 suited, and we like to check and bet both. Both are good, mostly check, so we mostly check. He with two pair, the king nine, comes in here with the basically effective nuts and always bets it, and his size is a lot of 3.6s.
I mean,
Does a
more
lot.
six actually. He
Yeah.
likes pot
Yeah, he
more.
bets big. He bets. Oh,
Yeah.
you're right. I didn't see this. Yeah, he likes to bet this big. But he chose this. So when I said he doesn't have a lot of this of king there, that was for the solver. We against this size with a 6-9 of hearts just love a call and a little bit of raising. Glad I didn't raise, kinda, because I have to get to the turn. Because he might have just jammed me off it. So mostly call, we call. Turn is the what of hearts? The five of hearts.
This is a very wet texture. I think he might get big bets
We
here.
check.
Who knows?
Let's see how big he goes with his king nine.
He does get over bets.
Yep. He's king nine, likes to
One and a half pot.
likes to go pot and a half.
He prefers it.
Yeah, if he does bet that big.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's
But
when we look at this and we're in game, we could think wet texture. We have a hand that has a shit ton of equity,
yep.
and
Yeah.
he's got a lot that can call us. Like, let's see what you call when he uses this size.
Yeah. I still call with
I
my
mean,
6-9 with my pair.
Yeah. So in
Just-
theory, that's why
just a
we're
flush draw.
overbetting here.
Just a flush draw like the 6-8 is a combo draw. Let me find just a straight up flush draw. Queen 7. We didn't even get here with a queen 7. Where's my hearts? Queen 9, this is a pair. Here we go. We don't fold the queen 10, but that's got a straight draw to go with it. Let's look at some king. Yeah, something down. Now the kings are all paired. We don't fold any flush draws, even to that size. Yeah, I'm not finding any flush draws to fold.
Let's see if you go check raise here too. Let's see if you actually
Against
play
this
a check
size?
raise. So what size did he use on turn?
Against the giant size, I can check raise my 6-9 if I want a little bit.
I would use that sparingly against humans.
So does the solver. 20% of the time. Not a lot. Now let's see against his size, which was 7 into 9. So the closest
Yeah.
thing is
So
going to be. Let's take
yeah,
the.
it's important for us to find these overbets
Yeah,
here. I
let's
mean,
see against the small.
he's just on automatic using like a
Yep, he
big
is,
size.
and he just made it. We would have gotten there anyway, but he made it so easy for us. And look, against the tiny size, the 6-9 half the time raises.
Yeah.
Against the medium size, the 6-9 half the time raises. Against the good size, the 6-9 20% of the time raises. So there you go. And then on the river, do we against the 5.4? Let's give him the 9. Against the 9, we call, and the river is the who of hearts? The queen of hearts, I believe. Yes, the queen. Queen comes. We do not bet out at all. We slow play everything.
Yeah.
Check.
That's just like coded in the like
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
not
Well, we have
because
to. We're not sure that the solve gave him donks anyway.
Right.
So.
Yeah. So anyway, so this is king 9. So he bet, and he bet in the 16 range, right? Yeah, he bets the 16. And is the 6-9 enough to raise? Larry is the king. The 6-9 does not raise.
Ooh, there you go.
Can you go
Nice.
to So what about our 10 high?
Good job, Larry. 10 high likes it. 10 high is
Yeah,
mixed.
I think we're just a little too.
Jack high is always raising it. Yeah. The jack high flush always raises it. The queen.
Yeah, that's where I would draw the line. I think is the
there.
jack high
Yeah,
flush.
we have to have the queen. And then the kings all do it. Yeah. So, yep. That's what it is. Yep. All the king high flushes do it. You can't have a queen high flush. The jack high flush does it. The 10 high flush mixes, and the 9 high flush.
Nine's always calling.
And those little ones, those 8-6 and 7-6 are smaller size raises. Everything looks like it's all in except for those down there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, everybody does it. Everybody does it except for the 9s and the 10s. Everybody does it. Why do they all
Is
do
that because the nine's on board?
it? We would like to get called.
I mean, we would like to get called by nines, like two pairs with a 9, like the opponent had, I
We would
guess.
like to have king
Yeah.
9. And let's see. So, and the raise size is just jam. Just jam. All of them are jams. There's a tiny bit of the non-jam.
No, except for those little flushes. The little flushes are little raises.
Little raises. And the little raise is to 45. We went to 39, right? That we went to? Yeah, we went to 39, so that's the equivalent of 45. And when we do that, what does he do with his 2 pair? He shrivels up and dies and folds it. Okay.
Nice answer.
Yep. All right. And we are on to, that was Ryan did that one?
Paul
was
did it, but he was
Paul, I
behind
think.
after me.
Oh, Paul. Okay, let me put in Paul. So Paul was, Ryan, did you do the one before that?
Yeah.
Okay, so Paul is now there. Welcome, Paul. And we're on
Hey.
to Mike. And that's everybody. We got everybody. Yep. Okay, Mike. Wrong way. Here we go. Jack 10.
Ooh,
No small blind.
with no small blind. Yep. Well, but we raise.
Yep, we do.
And oh my goodness.
No, flopping the nuts.
I assume he checks.
He checks.
Um, Looking at Villain, we only have 5 hands, so consider him unknown. I would just, even if there is, in theory, some checking going on here, I am going to bet,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to bet. I will just B33 to B50. I'd probably just kind of size up to B50.
Okay, I still B30.
Yeah, so B33 is kind of probably the norm.
Yep, but I'm fine with that B50. He calls.
Okay, and
Checks.
so we checks. I'm going to go fairly large now.
Yep.
Being balanced. I mean, this nine is not a great card if we didn't have anything but the nuts here, with the effect of nuts,
Nice.
basically. So
Yes.
I'm going nearly pot,
Okay. How about
over
overpot?
bet. Yeah, the only
Overbet
thing I
is
don't like about it is I wonder if it starts to scare off hands that he could still have that might want to call, like his Queen X type stuff.
well,
If it's
I don't know.
too much for
Whatever
him.
it was, it didn't.
I mean, I think
Okay.
like so something that I will like recall from like the courses is like the nine definitely changes who could have like the changes the possible nuts.
The nine
Yeah.
is really
Right.
good.
The turn changes what is the nuts on this board,
Yep.
Hmm.
which means you probably want to go like more like pot instead of 1.5 pot.
Yes. So it changes the nuts, but it does one other thing, which is what pushed me up for this. So your logic is perfect. Here was but my conclusion was different than yours. It's not just that it changes the nuts. It's also I check back a lot of my nines. I don't bet all my nines here, but he calls all of his nines on the flop. So I check
Right.
back some nines and eights, and I bet my queens. He check raises some queens, but he check calls all his nines. So he has a lot of nines here. And I want him to have a nine because a nine will call this size. That was my thought process.
Yep. Yeah. And normally, like if you had, let's say you had ace
Ace
queen
queen.
or pocket kings, and
Yeah.
that nine shows up on the turn,
It's
you're no
terrible.
longer super happy.
No.
So with
I
this, the hand that you have, obviously you like want him to have a nine now. And so,
exactly. I want to bet this size with pocket eights. I want to bet this size with pocket queens. I want to bet this size with a straight. And I don't want to bet this size with kings or aces. Also, the double flushing allows me to bet this big because the flushes
Yeah.
are probably going to
Yeah.
call.
I mean, definitely like the
Yeah.
fact that the river could change the nuts
Yep.
completely
Yep.
uh
We do not want to see.
influences the bet sizes. Bet
Right.
size.
Exactly. We don't want to see an eight. We don't want to see a queen. We don't want to see a nine. We don't want to see a heart. We don't want to see a spade. So in reality, we don't want to see a card. That would be great if there were no more cards. That's a great
oh,
card.
beautiful.
All right.
Um, well, I mean, consider jamming, like just going for greed here. But I think they start folding the Queen X type stuff if you do that.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And then of course only call you if they have Queen nine or
Mhm.
8-9 or something like that.
Yep.
Uh, I would value bet into the like 25-ish,
Yeah.
like
Yep.
25.
Yeah. Um,
And then see what happens if he jams. And
yeah, we don't want to get jammed on. We don't want to.
yeah, I don't think we fold, but I also
Yep.
do we want to? I mean, do we want to jam and get called by a nine? We do. I mean, how often is he going to do it? Yeah, I think I would just go B75.
Yeah. I think we can go all the way to 30 and get called by a queen. But I don't. I go for the 23. I go for your idea and we get the fold anyway. So pocket tens.
Okay.
That's max value out of pocket tens. That was great.
Yeah.
He should. I don't think has a call on turn.
He has the gut shot.
Yeah, but it's an overbet. I'm not sure if he gets a
No, but I
call.
mean, I agree. And he doesn't have a heart or a spade. He has a spade. Um, we can look at what he's supposed to do in solver if you care. But
Um,
the important thing is he said he had a gut shot, which is great.
yeah. I see your point. Sure, we can look at it. I mean, it's an interesting spot. I think it might fold, actually. to that size.
So let's see. We
I'm curious if
are
it's the 10 of clubs, 10 of hearts combo, if that's better, or 10 of clubs, 10 of
Well,
diamonds,
at that point,
which
I
you
don't think we
have.
want to block, in theory, I don't think we want to block their draws, do we?
Well, yeah, that's unblocking their draws.
Okay, I'm
10-10.
blocking their draws, yeah, sorry.
Yep, 10-10, lots of calls. That's good. On his play. Flop was we have 10 jack, right? Yeah, flop was 9, 8, 9 queen, and what else was it? 9, 8 of hearts, queen of spades. Queen of spades, he's got 10-10. He checks range. We bet the nuts. Our sizing is
Using a big size.
yeah, we bet 3.3. I didn't. I bet 1.4, which is still there.
The whole range likes that big size? Can you go back to that?
No, so the range, yeah, the range likes the big size, but it doesn't hate the small size. It likes the big size. The whole range.
Ah,
The whole
interesting.
range likes it. Yeah. Yep. And we do a fair amount of checking, so we're polar on this. But we took the 1.4, which does not break the solve. It's there. We took that. We got called by pocket tens, easy call.
We might not have overbets on the repeat 9.
Maybe not against the solver. People were going to. We check. Jack 10. It loves to go 5. Right? That's what
Yeah.
Jack
Mhm.
10 loves to go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
that's the
Okay.
primary size.
But
Right.
a
And the
small
overbet.
portion of our range is overbetting. Let's see what he
Right. But
does.
the overbet is there. It is there. 3% of the time you do it. That's non-zero.
Yeah.
But
And like 7%, like it's a combined 10%, more than 10% for pot and 1.5%, 1.5 times pot.
yeah. So in a situation where your opponent is balanced and your goal is not to get the maximum amount of money, but to be unexploitable, this is a rarely taken line, but it is still correct. It is part of the bucket. So the arguments that I made do not apply when you're trying to be unexploitable.
Yeah, I mean,
My
your sizing is great, especially against someone's going to call.
yeah, my right. And the tens against the big size are shook a little bit, but not
Mostly
terrible.
calling.
See,
Yeah,
see this?
we're indifferent.
He's indifferent, but he doesn't hate it.
Yeah.
He doesn't hate it. There we go.
All right.
And blankest of blanks was the 3 of diamonds or something. And he checks, and our size with the effective nuts. We have almost no hands in this, so we have to do
Mhm.
this.
All
Uh,
in.
yeah, just jam it.
It
So you
is
were
a
right.
jam
Yeah.
because they're going to have 9s to call.
Yep. And I tried to get called by a queen, and I tried to get called by tens, and I didn't succeed in getting called by tens. All right. And that was Mike. Lewis is gone. Yes, Lewis is gone. So we're back to Rodney. Rodney is here. Rodney is gone. We are on to Larry.
Right.
What time is it? Oh, we started at 5. Okay, so we'll go 5 more minutes or so.
Okay.
Does that sound right, everybody?
Yeah, and you're here on Friday, right?
I am here on Friday, although I'm not here. I'll be
Another
here.
hour would be good, guys.
I will not be in. Right, what?
Another hour for us Aussies.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. What time is it right now in Australia?
5 o'clock in the morning.
All
5
right.
a.m. You are
5 a.m.
dedicated, sir. Appreciate the
I,
effort.
I am.
Nicely done.
I'm not working at the moment, so I thought I can jump on and do this.
Fabulous. It is 8. It is 8 p.m. in Prague right now.
So do you play online
Yeah.
in Australia?
Used to, don't anymore. Just live, all live.
Okay. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, it's very hard. You can only play on ACR Ignition in Australia, right?
I tell a lie, I still have an ACR account. They never got rid of my account, so I've got like $200 on there. I play occasionally.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what do we got?
Larry's got the beautiful 6-9. Here, did we play this one already? No, we have not played this one yet.
Okay, this is
Right.
interesting.
All right. Larry, 6-9.
All right,
Open.
let's open it.
All right, we did. And it is a good open. All right, we get called. And we flop the world.
So, in theory, we have everything in range is checking, everything in range is betting.
Mhm.
I kind of want to do a check raise here. What do we know about this guy? He's got if you pip a 37 over 20 hands, that's enough for me to do a cheeky check raise.
Okay. Check raises maximize fold equity, and this hand doesn't need fold equity. So that's one reason not to do it. And the reason to do it is the most efficient way to get money in the pot is through a check
Yeah,
raise.
you're right. You have a good point.
So, right. So I did the bet.
Betting is fine.
I did the bet version, and I bet big on the idea that this was a flop I wouldn't get to bet very often. So I did. He raised me.
And okay, so this is getting interesting. So we're out of position, which
Yeah.
changes
Yep.
what we should do here. But so what does he do this with? So he's gonna do this with sets. There's only one combo of nines, one combo of sixes. He's got more combos of fours.
Yep.
His bluffs are gonna be around like 7-8, 5-7. Lots of straight draws in here.
Yep.
We're blocking his most obvious value region. This is raise size in position, which is unusual, is not, this raise size is not agreed. It doesn't scream value.
Mhm.
Like 15, 16, 17, 18 are like, I love my hand. He's he's probably recreational. Um, I think I prefer a click here to 25.
I'm with you.
And I saw you on 27.4.
All right.
Too
Yeah, I
big.
think it's close though. I think we've got some slow plays, but I think he's got so many straight draws that are not going to fold that we just want to click it.
You get called.
Yeah, he's got a lot of straight draws here. He's got like 7-8,
Right.
5-7, stuff like that. 5-3 maybe.
All
All
right.
right. So let's go to a turn.
Let's go to a turn.
That's a good turn.
That's a good turn.
Our SPR is around, it's approaching 1.
Yep.
I think jam is fine here.
Mhm.
He's got 18% probably with his draws. Sometimes he's going to cooler us with a one combo of 9 sixes or a set of 4s. I think that we want a size that is not profitable for his straight draws to call. But it's just going to leave a ridiculous SPR on the river, but fuck it. So I'd like between like 40 and 50 here.
The nice thing about ridiculous SPRs on the river is that people don't fold one pair when they have ridiculous SPRs.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So
Yeah,
I
I like the size.
SPR, and he folds.
And he has a straight draw, does that assume?
He has a
Yeah,
good
that makes
draw,
total sense.
and I don't mind.
What about a smaller bet? Like I was thinking in the B33 range to get him to call this hand.
B33, your B33, you're giving him almost the right odds. He's
I
got.
don't think so. I think it's still incorrect for him. I
No,
think it's
incorrect.
right.
Remember, there's still some pot odds, but there's still some implied odds left. So if you
Yeah.
go 20 here, he has to call 20 to call 80, which is 25%. He's 18 to 20% to make it.
Yeah,
But you have a
he's
50%
18% to get there, and you're offering him 20%.
Yeah,
I would argue strongly that B33 is just too small.
yeah.
You're almost giving him
okay.
direct odds. I mean, a B33 bet is pot odds offering of 20%, and again, you can
So
see
like
here
a
he's got
40,
18%.
No, it's,
like
pot
a
odds is
B40 or
25.
something.
No, I thought it was 25%. Remember, we go 80. He's got to call one. No, it's 20%. You're right. I'm wrong. You're right. I'm wrong. Yeah, it's 20%, and that's too close to what he needs.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we could have gone like, well, we used about I think this 75% is right. So 75% offers him 30 pot odds, which he does, a lot of people are just going to call.
Right. And this is actually lower than 75. This is 60. This is 65.
Yeah, I think half pot is too small, and I think maybe 75%. I think this is the right size.
Yeah, I
We
like
want
it.
to give him like 25%, 26%
Yep.
to make it unprofitable, but a lot of people are going to call, and then you can make arguments about implied odds.
Right. And I do not mind him folding this hand here. If
Yeah.
you told me if you bet 38 he's going to fold, and if you bet 20 he's going to call, I would bet 38.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I wonder actually if he did make a good call given the implied odds playing in position. I think he's got
here. You mean to this?
no, this is an easy call on flop.
Yeah, that's a good call.
And then here on turn, you're offering him 28%, but you've got 46
46.
behind.
Yeah.
He actually might have a call with implied odds.
Yeah.
I mean,
He doesn't always get it though. I mean, Scotty, like,
that's
I'd
true.
say, because these will be kind of natural, like they're fairly transparent. Like if a 10 comes or if a 5 comes, they're not good cards as far as Scotty's concerned.
That's true. There's no argument about
And
that.
he may go check and he jams. You could get away from 6-9 here, possibly. I don't know, maybe not.
So probability of the nuts here is 0.18, right? So I think mathematically he does not have it because he needs 79 chips behind.
And
75 betting units, 79 chips behind for this to be mathematically a proper implied odds call. So he makes the good fold.
Yeah. All right.
Because your pot size pre-bet is 60 essentially. So he would need, if your bet was 30, actually a bet of 30 gets him mathematically there.
Yeah. So I'm
Because
happy
a bet of 30 big blinds would mean there'd need to be 47 behind. So a bet of 30 is actually the implied odds call.
Yeah. So I like
But you have a
betting
good
big.
point
So
too,
it's
Mike,
good size.
in that
Yeah.
there's no guarantee that he's going to get that. You're right.
Yep. Yeah. Because I have to be as strong as I am. All right. Jack 10
Best player in the world.
Oh, sorry, that's the other way. Yes.
Yeah,
Here we go.
that's right.
King 7 off. Paul, you have King 7 off in the small blind. I apologize.
King 7 off. Yep. Raise it up. King 7.
I agree. What size do you like to go? Oh, we talked about that already.
3.5. Well, 3.5 is mine, but
Right.
yeah,
Good. Excellent. I did 3.2 to get closer to you.
close. Yeah.
All right. He calls.
Kings. Can't try. Yeah, I'm probably checking this board
All right.
a
he
lot.
checked.
It's very
He checked behind. We like that.
check behind. With the 7, maybe we could start a bluff now with this hand. You probably want to go on the larger side, out
Like
of
that.
position. Is that so? Probably I don't know, about 4,
I like
4
that.
to
4 bluff.
5.
Both those are good. We did we did the check on the theory that we had some
Showdown value. Yeah.
well, not a lot. That's not a showdown hand. I don't know what they can check. He checks behind again. And the spades come in.
Just check.
Yep, we check. He bets 4.5.
Fold.
Yeah. And let's see.
No.
Oh well.
Mm.
That's the flaw.
Yeah.
That's the flaw in this design. By the way, we were chopping. We were calling for a chop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't even
Yeah,
need
you can't call that. Yeah.
Yeah, so we don't even need that. All right. There you go. Okay. Ryan.
All right.
Oops, wrong way.
You going the wrong way again? Yeah.
Got ace queen.
All right. Raise.
We raise. And we get this weird we're getting these weird cold calls of our three bets. Who are these
Yeah.
people? And then this guy folds. We'll see what he folded in a second.
I get this a lot in my
Alright.
games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Okay. What does he do? He checks. All right. So we're gonna bet quarter to a third pot.
Okay. Like that. That's about a third pot.
Yeah.
He calls. Great.
Yeah.
His range. So what do you put his range on now?
Could be straight draws, flush draws, queen 10 with another like Broadway card.
Yeah.
Maybe some maybe like pocket jacks.
Could be
Probably
pocket jacks feels like it four bets a fair amount of the time. Not all of
okay.
them, but king queen, yes. King queen suited, yes. Queen jack suited, yes. Queen 10, but only suited, and that leaves only one combo,
Right.
which is good. Only
Yeah.
king. This is only one, and that one beats us. So we're feeling pretty good here.
He probably raises
Yeah.
queen 10 as well on that board with the
Yeah,
one combo. Yeah.
He's going to do some
Yeah.
raising the queen 10 when he has it. And
I mean, I guess he could still have a set and be like slow playing it because you're
set of tens is believable. Set of sixes is a little
yeah.
less likely, but could be there.
Yeah.
But tens could definitely go this way. This jack is terrible for us.
Yeah.
Because of that.
Terrible
I
for your
mean,
hand.
yeah. So probably check.
And I bet small on this to get raised and fold to a raise.
Okay.
And he calls. That's fine.
Betting small to get raised to then fold sounds like a horrible strategy.
But it accomplishes
But it
something.
worked, yeah. But yeah.
All right.
Now let's go from the effective nuts on the flop to the actual nuts.
Yeah. So
Okay.
check. There's a chance for just chopping, of course, that he has an ace. And for other things, like there's a four straight on the board, right? So he's unless he has an ace, he's not gonna call much. Call a very big bet, so probably go like half pot.
Right. So he has a lot of two pair here though, right?
Yes, but you're
So
gonna have a lot of aces.
yeah, we have a lot of aces. But what does two pair call here? That's the size we gotta go. If we want to follow the Matt Affleck rule, we bet as small as we can, and that is 30. We can't bet less than half pot if we follow the Matt Affleck rule. And I think this is a hand to violate the Matt Affleck rule. And bet
Yeah, you
small.
wanna go even smaller.
Yeah.
Go like 20.
Yeah, I think so. I like 20. I like 20 a lot. Right. I like 20 a lot. Two pair. And this is how
Did he call?
and this is how bad a player he is.
He called.
No, he folded.
Oh, okay.
He folded. This is what I'm saying. This is how bad he is that he called 9 pre-flop with Jack 10
With
off.
Jack 10 off.
And I
Jeff
said I
10
didn't
off is an
think it was
easy
queen jack,
fold. Yeah.
and I thought it was only queen 10 suited. So this is terrible. Gets second pair here. This is fine. And then doesn't raise here. I should have checked this so much into his 2 pair. And he doesn't raise this when he has me. Even though, yes, he loses to ace king here and pocket queens and queen jack, but still. He beats ace ace and king king. And he makes it easy for me to get to here. But I don't make it easy for him to call with his 2 pair. So that's my mistake. That's just bad play on my part.
Yeah,
Okay.
you didn't even go as small as you could if you follow the Matt Affleck rule.
Exactly. This is dumb greedy. This is just dumb. All right. And we're going to do 2 more hands and be done. We will do one more. We'll do one more Paul hand and then Mike, letting Paul catch up for all the time he missed.
Funny enough about the Matt Affleck rule, there was a recent Reddit thread, and the user who wrote this thread was Tombos, which we've talked about him. He's the GTO wizard guy. And he talks about the mathematical reasons about betting at least half pot in position on the river when you do. And it's pretty interesting. It's very mathematical.
And he comes up with the conclusion that yes, that is correct in most cases.
Yeah, in all like balanced equilibrium.
Great.
Yep.
All right. So
Yeah.
Paul, you're going to get to play Jack 6 off suit. I'm going to make you do it by having to do
Oh,
that. You're
I'm out of my comfort zone here. Oh, okay.
I know. So what would you like to do here? You've been limped to.
Check.
Okay. Good. All right. It's on you.
375. Could it's been limped around. I could probably lead here.
I do not mind a lead here at all. You are not.
Yeah.
You are not. Go back to this.
Our hand can do with a lot of
fine.
folds from
Yeah.
big cards, and yeah,
I don't mind it at all. Let's do it.
the Villa
What
90
size-
has a lot of big cards in his limping range, I'd imagine. So yeah,
What size do you want to go?
I'd probably go 2 big blinds.
There you go. All right, we got a call there and one fold. Great.
Well, this doesn't change anything, but he probably has a lot of ace 3, ace 5,
You certainly can float with those.
those sort of hands. So, but it doesn't change the nuts. I'd probably still go large here
Okay.
at
You go
5.
right. I go for the check on it. We'll see how bad an idea that is. He then basically bets the pot. We have a gut shot.
Yeah, we just fold, I think.
5. Yep.
Unless you want to
Fold.
check raise, but
Let's
yeah,
see.
check raise or fold.
Oh my. Oh my. I'm not happy with anything. I'm not happy with any of my life choices now.
Yeah, I was kind of torn on the turn as to just continue betting because no, clearly he can have an ace X hand that he floats you with, that he limps and then floats you on this flop. But
Right.
also he has so much other trash like
Yeah.
this, like we see. I mean, but there's so many combos that it should outnumber the number of ace X hands that he didn't raise in the first place. So I was liking continuing and using the ace as a scare card, air quotes.
Yeah.
I'm with you. However, just one thing on that, in terms of its scare card, in terms of its narrative value, when I lead this flop, I'm saying I have hands like a set like 7-6 and Jack 7, because remember I have every
Yeah,
bad hand.
You have all the 2 pair, all the
I have
straights,
7-3, I
yeah.
have all that. But of those, a whole lot of them don't like an ace. Because
Yeah,
it's
but
not
either
like
does he though.
it's not like my 3 that gets here is an ace 3 or my 5 is an ace 5. It's a jack 5 and an 8-5 and things like that.
Hmm. Yeah, if
But
he's thinking that thoroughly, yeah, he might read through it.
Depends on the villain there for sure.
right,
Yeah.
and his
But a
call,
short stacker who open limps and yeah,
yeah,
I don't know if they're really
well, he thought enough to do that. He did. When I
yeah.
checked it,
He just saw weakness and
yeah,
I
that's what he
I'll
called.
bet ace. Yeah.
Yeah. So, by the way, even though I feel terrible about everything happened here, he is betting with the best hand, and I'm not getting the odds to call. But I still question all my life choices. I should have been a computer programmer, not a juggler. All right, there we go. Okay, and then the last hand is going
I don't
to
think
be
it's too bad the way he played it though, as well. Like
no, it's just
once you break it down, but it could have gone the other way. Yeah.
it's just unfortunate. Yeah, Mike, last hand. Ooh,
Oh.
oh boy.
So this is not a hand that I will always play. Looking at the villain, it's kind of a villain that I may just open fold this, but
Okay,
let's raise it.
go. Good call.
We called. Okay. Um, I think I'm just going to check here. I'm
Okay.
going to check a lot, regardless.
Hmm.
And this is actually one that we could consider check raising.
Yep.
Um, and I actually really like a check raise here
Okay, even against this
because
stuff.
they are going to aggress pretty frequently when you do check, and a raise accomplishes some equity denial against hands that you don't care that fold, even though you have the best hand when you do check raise often.
Okay, Larry's gonna. What size do you want to check raise to?
If I check raise here, I would probably go into the 11 range, 11 to 12 range.
Sounds good. Larry wants to go 14, and I want to check raise this, but I didn't want to check raise against this size, is my opinion. I think I want to check call this size. My hand is good enough to check call it. But if he'd bet 1.5 or 2, I would have check raised it. That's my thought.
Yeah, and yeah, calling is absolutely perfectly fine. You're not folding.
This time, yep,
And now that we call with check,
we check.
this should not be something he should be really, well, I guess he can. I just
Yep, he doesn't have to give up.
I I mean we're bluff catching now, and could he be over bluffing or under bluffing appropriately? I think population wise we would fold here, but this player in particular, well, we've only got 6 hands. Never mind. I thought we had a little more forehands, so I would just fold.
Yep, this
If
card.
we had 50 hands on this guy and he has these numbers, I would be calling.
Yep, this card argues for the fold also.
Blocking his bluffs.
Blocking the flush straws, yeah.
Blocking his natural bluffs.
Yeah, when we don't get a wheel improved card or yeah, he
Yeah,
improved.
because
This makes
he
sense.
shouldn't be betting that king to the size that he did, I don't think. So it's kind of the line is bullshit,
I
but
think it made sense.
it's
He bets his back doors, picks up the equity, continues. Yep. Yep. We check raise this flop, he's gone.
oh
So
yeah.
your check raise is great. Both of your check raises to 11 and 14 are great. And my play is losing. All right, fabulous. Thank you guys. We'll see you on Friday.
Thank you. Talk to you on Friday.
Yeah.
Thank you for the Zoom
Thank
session.
you very much, guys.
All right.
Thanks, gentlemen.
Thanks, everybody.
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
Oi, oi, oi.